Yeah, Sig still is not said no, but he's like,
Yeah.
Problem is, it just we never get shit, so it's like,
They're doing a thing.
Waffle was hear it, but had a couple updates.
Oh yeah, everything's fine. Everything's hunky dory.
what kind of updates? Because does that mean I have to update my phone?
There was a new like stable version. Like it went from like 9.24 to 9.3, and then obviously some things updated.
Let me see.
I'm still on 9.1.
Let me see what I've got. I don't know what I'm running. Also, my Foundry I've been leaving up for so long. I basically have a server.
Actually, I think I'm
always up.
Actually, I think I'm on 8.9.
8.9. Jeez, man, getting the times.
Well, he hasn't been home.
Yeah.
Yeah, new update. I'm on just version 9. See, 9. Avalon 9.249, but there's
Man, I'm starting to become a hairy motherfucker.
Yeah, 9.255. So it shouldn't break anything.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's not a big update.
No. It was like fixing bugs and shit. So
yeah, like I said, that's a bug fix one.
Yeah.
Are you signed in, Rye?
Anymore? Hold on, I can fix that.
Wait, why not?
I don't have Nitro.
Oh,
I thought you were paying for Nitro.
Oh, sugar daddy failing.
I have Nitro Classic, which doesn't do it, and I bought like a year, so
I'm pretty sure I have Nitro Classic.
Do this.
I thought
That's good. Love it.
I thought Nitro Classic gave you the back.
I
looked it up and it says it doesn't.
I'm
like a year of Nitro Classic.
I think it used to. I think they changed the tiers.
I still use like animated emojis from different servers, but
oh no, I guess I did upgrade to Nitro. I used to be on Nitro Classic.
Yeah, I bought like a year or so.
Waffle is the worst sugar daddy ever.
I only bought him 1 month so we could do a single meme. He's the one that like went ahead and bought something and not reading entirely what he was buying.
That's what I was going to use this session in case anyone was curious.
We're not 20.
Oh, what was it? We're not 20.
Is Ryan all on for anyone else?
All on Ollie.
Oh my god, I hate when Foundry does this shit.
What?
I need to fucking every once in a while. It's just like you need to run this as administrator. It's like fuck you. I am the administrator.
I know. I have to run mine as administrator to update. Don't feel bad.
Ryan, are you signed into Foundry right now because it's asking for admin password?
Yeah. Currently, me and 3 other people are on it. Yeah.
It will not stop asking me for admin password. Let me.
Are you on the right Foundry?
Yeah. That would be.
I mean, that's the only Foundry I have.
No.
There we go.
There's the Foundry app, and then there's like 3 different URL links.
I don't have the app downloaded, and I'm only in your room. If mine is asking for admin password, I'm fucked because that means I can't I won't be able to change.
I'm going back to Roll20 for a minute.
Maps.
So, it's 11:11, so we can officially start. For those of us that are in the correct time zone.
Yes.
So
I like this song.
Yeah, it's very good. I like this playlist in general. I used to play it a lot. It's been a while, so I thought I'd put it back on. It's probably copyright, but
Skyrim.
Good news. I don't listen to it.
Oh, fair enough. So, oh boy, it's been a little while, guys.
Hey, the map loaded for me this time.
Hey. So during the last couple sessions, to kind of quick recap here, you guys made your way back to Mattoon. It was under attack. You guys teleported in via Nanu, Shrine to Saloon. Saloon, however the fuck. It was under attack by Gith. A couple different groups of Gith, maybe working together, maybe not. Who knows? Each having their own general or commander, if you will. You guys fight your way to the center of the city, meeting and having Slag tag along, who brought a gift to, stop. To question. You guys found out over, a series of a little while that the Gith are very prideful and that it might be possible to send the invading force away by defeating their commanders in a one-on-one combat. So, Nanu got a little glimpse at the commanders using, his connection with Saloon, and you guys kind of, as a group, majority decided that it might be a little bit too dangerous to fight them one-on-one. So instead, you decided to go see how Slag was doing, because Slag asked who was the most dangerous, the strongest, and took a beeline. Which was the Obsidian group, led by a commander clad in all black armor. Well, in getting there, Slag and the commander fought a duel that ended more or less in a draw. Slag's weapon was taken from him. You guys and Slag made your way back to just inside the city, where the Gith and the Mattoon forces were kind of at a ceasefire for the duel. Slag got treated. You guys helped augment and reinforce the two groups north and south of the fighting that were trying to dissuade and stop some of the smaller Gith forces from infiltrating the city and causing chaos. It went better for some than others. Most of the ranged forces stationed by Mattoon were wiped out, save a few here and there. And you guys reported in to Sig. And things took an interesting turn of events. Sig kind of wanted to talk to you guys. And also a message came in from Sanira. And things just didn't kind of add up. She had said in her message that, she asked Sig, and Sig didn't know where you guys were, and obviously you had been in contact with him rather recently, and you were set up to meet him, talk about something. Some of you guys met him overnight, setting up an anti magic field around his shop because, why not? And eventually, you guys. Well, in the morning, I think it was Grace that was it Grace that told Sanira that you guys
100% great.
Yeah, told Sanira that you guys were meeting Sig to talk at the what was it the Fancy Elf Tavern, whose name I don't have notes up at the moment
Crimson
for.
Fingered.
That's what it was. And instead, you guys went to the Colored Red. And
it doesn't matter. He died.
Yeah, and instead, you guys kind of like hurriedly went to go to the Warrior Cellar, which you guys went to originally when you first got into the city with the games and yada yada yada. It's a place for adventures. The Warrior Cellar had a little bit of damage to it, but was open relatively, okay for the public. And inside the Warrior Cellar, you were discussing with Sig about the possibility about getting another one of his magic items. Traded, you offered a bunch of things, some gold. And at the end of last session is when the information broker, the one that Sig said had some information to share, entered. It was a rather unassuming, not standout-ish half-elf lady, and that's where we'll pick up the session, unless anybody has any questions or concerns.
I shoot her in the face.
So what?
A 6th level spell.
Oh God!
Spell.
I mean, that'd be a
Roll.
check.
I'm looking at my character page. Did we have a rest recently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like this is like the morning.
Okay, because I'm attuned to a weapon I wasn't,
I also-
and I have different things.
Yeah, you guys had just woken up to meet Sig,
Why am I rolling as Pim?
because you're probably selected
Oh, I
on
was
Pim's
selected
token.
in him. Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
You are
All right.
Pim.
You are Pim.
Yep.
Speaking of which, is Pim with you guys?
He is eating in the manor.
Yeah, he's getting bored.
Oh,
Last
wait.
he heard of him, Drac said, servants, prepare a whole cow. And we
Okay.
left.
All right. Uh-oh. Who'd we lose? Malachi?
Malachi's having
Yeah.
internet troubles.
Malachi.
I don't need editing to do a good background. I have enough bullshit in my room.
There you go. All right.
That's a
so-
sign that says warning fart zone.
I can see it. Yeah. Rather clearly.
Well,
I can visually see that. That is in my peripherals.
I can't with the pixels, I can't see what's stated under fart zone, but I can
you're at your own risk.
yes, of course. Why wouldn't it say that?
I got another.
Huh. Poor Malachi. All right, so yeah. All right, so upon session start,
Liar's chair.
the half elf, who's in rather unassuming robes. However, those of you with perception checks, or well, passive perceptions, I should say, with higher than 15. So Nanu has enough for the whole
Double
party.
that.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Darn it, 14.
You do notice that on the inside of her robes, there is a holy symbol to Sabras that she's wearing around her neck. And she steps in, she looks around for a second, and she sees your group, and she makes her way over, making her way.
The DM takes psychic damage?
Yeah. All right.
I
So
think I did.
so all talks. Once you guys notice her enter, all talks about the items come to an abrupt halt, and Sig tells you that he'll speak with you about it at a future time. What is that ringing noise?
That's what I was figuring. I'm trying to.
I'm not sure.
Not from the bot.
Yeah, it is.
I
Because
didn't.
I just muted the bot.
I was here, like it was cutting in and out, but it definitely was happening when nobody else was lit up other than the bot.
I
Yeah.
muted the bot and I still heard it. So I
Interesting.
don't know.
It was like right when I muted it.
Maybe it was coming from Foundry? That's the only other guess I got. All right.
Does Foundry make noise?
It does actually.
Fix that.
It has a
no longer
built-in
makes noise for me.
it has a built-in sound player, and obviously the different noises with like the turns marker and the dice rolls.
I muted it.
Fair enough.
We're good.
You'll still get the visual.
Yeah.
So, the half-elf woman who looks rather young, probably mid-20s, early 30s ish, but definitely has some elven heritage. So who knows what that is actually? Yes.
So see invisibility would I think still be up at this point. Is there anything?
Nothing that you can see. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just I figure I was like I still have it, so might as well you've been like I see invisibility. Fuck.
Yeah. Fair.
Fucker
fair,
can't see
fair.
it with his spell up. It's not there.
Yeah,
So we're
you're right.
good.
So, like I said, when she get
real plane.
when she steps in, talks about the item stop, and Sig reassures you that you guys will continue the business transaction at a later time. And she comes over and bows very deeply to the table. And Sig offers her a chair, and she sits down. And she kind of puts her hands on the table and folds them, sits up very straight, very properly. Says, "Good morning, everybody. My name is Mina Winters. Pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Again.
Yeah,
Hey, Mal again.
Mal's having some.
Yeah, it's all
trouble.
right.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Nanujuk. I kind of like put my hand out to like shake.
She'll. You see, like a very like hesitant, but she'll shake your hand eventually.
They call
Very
him
light
Nanu.
grip.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
We call him Nanu. My name's Grace. See ya.
And yeah, if you guys all go around the table introducing yourselves.
What do you introduce yourself as?
Yes.
The great one.
obviously.
The
Yeah.
great one. Hey, you never know.
I will simply nod.
Yeah.
I've been the great one as I became the great one. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Say he has.
So, any of you guys that don't say anything for your names, or in Ploto's case says the wrong name, you do kind of like get a side eye from Sig, but he doesn't say anything about it.
Sir, I didn't have a name until Dracula named me.
You are named.
I didn't have a name till
You
Dracula
are
named me.
named. Your character was named prior to the game. You are named.
Uh-huh.
She once introductions are made around the table, she says, I am one of the head maids at the God King's palace. And Sig puts up a hand and he says, hold on, before we go any further. And he turns a ring on his finger and taps the table and says the word muffle. And you guys can all feel this little jolts of counterspell. You guys feel this little like wave of magic energy wash over you. And he gives her a nod to continue.
Did that seem to incoming audio seem to get any duller or anything from this?
No, there's no change in audio that you can hear.
Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. So she kind of like pauses and continues after Sig's done with his magic trick, and I sometimes offer information gathered at the palace for a little extra coin. And Master Sig here tells me that you can all be relatively discreet in certain matters. And those of you that cannot, Sig like pointedly looks at you, so like directly at Nanu, looks at DeGrace.
Nanu noticing, just like like full comments, like I got this.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointedly look down. Just
There's such confidence in Nanu right now. He's like,
absolutely
great.
Yeah, super good.
I just roll my eyes.
Yes. She just says, it would be a shame if I were to have to stop doing what I'm doing because somebody could not hold their tongue.
I don't even remember your name.
She just kind of like not glares, but just looks at you, kind of like searchingly, but doesn't say anything
Like,
to that effect. Yeah. So there is. Well, Master Sig here put out a request for some information, and I responded immediately because very interesting. I didn't think I would make any coin off of what I found about what he was searching for, but here we are. And she kind of like the prim and properness relaxes a little bit. You see her shoulders kind of not slouch, but kind of just kind of roll a little bit, and she leans a little bit back in her chair. And she says, "Tell me what do you all know about Miss Sinira?"
Not much.
Say Dracula knows the most about this. He's known her for the longest.
He's most
I-
known for wizard.
I believe she was a scribe of the king of what was it called?
Starts with an A.
Thangaria.
Got it.
I almost said country names in my world. I was like, it's not. Nope.
I
I'm
didn't
not
ask
mixing
about
them
it
up. I'm
before,
pulling them out.
Yeah.
Thinking back to her mannerisms of casting, would I be able to tell, like, her subclass or speciality of?
Probably not a speciality, but she's definitely of the wizarding sort. You've seen her with books and
I
yeah.
knew wizard. I was like just the subclass.
Yeah, no,
What is that? All right.
not.
She was a scribe of the king of Thangaria.
I can
So
probably definitely tell she's not a
I-
wizard. That's what I am.
I will state she is far more powerful than she has any right to be if that was just her only position.
Well, are you all familiar about the periodic rotations of scribes and secretaries in the God King's palace?
On occasion, yes.
Absolutely not.
that is literally the only thing I know about her.
So
Nope.
periodically, the different countries send secretaries, scribes, bookkeepers to the palace, and it helps promote goodwill, but it also helps solidify, the strength of our city. And in the most recent exchange, Sinira was one of the ones brought in from Fingaria, and almost immediately we all took a keen interest in her. Of course, in any place of occupation, questions and rumors spread around. So, of course, we were curious as to where she came from. And she was rather adept at avoiding questions about her birthplace and where she lived prior to Fingaria. It seemed that she had only been a scribe there for less than 10 years or so. So, several of us more. What are you doing, Malachi?
Fitting.
That's my seat.
Yep.
Sounds like you're like walking to like the vending machine and
Sounds
came
like-
back, and then like
It sounds like the room next door is having too much fun.
Sorry. Here, let me
where
put
you're
a
at.
Hey, it's Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Is
Oh,
it?
it is. It was that
it is.
Wednesday
is
and
it?
Ash Thursday.
Here, let me put a pillow on it. That typically helps out a little bit.
or you could reduce your gain.
Microphone settings.
Yeah.
That's too much work.
No, not at all. You can go into the
No,
voice and video settings.
The main thing is left is want to get up.
Tick of a dial.
Yeah. So anyways, she says, it didn't seem the case that she always resided in Fingaria, so a few of us a little bit more adept at information gathering and the like looked into things, as she was being a little too evasive with personal questions. And what we found was interesting. An individual named Sanira, not necessarily using the same surname, but matching the same physical description, can be found in certain registries of staff in several odd locations. During times of great, not strife, but importance in the past 20 or 30 years. We found an individual matching her description on the continent of Obsidia. She was present in a discussion for peace between the gnomes and the dwarves.
Which one was Obsidian?
The southwestern one.
Did we ever go there?
Hey.
Yeah.
No.
No. You have heard a little bit of a city called Nogfaldor down there that used to be a city of intermingling between dwarves and gnomes, but something happened in the past that caused them to kind of war with one another, and the city went under and is no more.
I was like, pull up the map. Shit,
Actually,
they're not labeled.
I only remember things about that because first session in the other campaign, I rolled a natural 20 history check on a Warforged.
Yeah.
There.
So she says that
First few rolls.
there was somebody under the name of Sanira present when that went down.
How long ago was that?
40 years ago or so.
And Snira appears human, right?
She does appear human, yes.
That's
Old is she then?
Would
she-
there have been any officials I know of named Sanira in my city whenever we were attacked and thrown?
Roll a history
Or
check.
any of the surrounding cities?
not lives in Alaska. Essentially, he doesn't know shit about the government. I was even gonna attempt.
Oh
The
my,
grace
that's a
is the
natural
grace.
20.
A natural 20.
Hey, Waffle, I found it!
Where that 20 at?
Or not 20.
That's
That's right.
so dumb. You're literally just like, yeah, freaking. I rolled a natural 20 about that history check.
Yeah, that 2 minutes ago when I was talking about a natural 20 history check at the beginning of the other campaign with Holly. Hey, look.
So you were a soldier, Ali, but you were not super into, the upper tier politics. Nobody within your country or city was under the name of Sanira. Your country of Calidor, I believe it was.
I'd have to
Yeah.
my old notes.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
If not, that's what it is now.
That's what it is now.
It sounds right.
That's it. That's just
Your kingdom of doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, my friends are dead.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because the next words out of her mouth are she was
That was
also present in the siege of Calidor. She was
rolling that,
she was an advisor to one of the neighboring countries.
and I'll say the names of the countries and ask which specifically.
The one that was more oh my god,
There was one
war
that was
based. Yeah,
military. All right.
the one that was military based. I don't have my notes up
All right,
right
that
at
would
the
have been
second.
the one to the southeast.
And
you know, just for reference, my chest has a symbol of Calidor's old army.
yeah, I mean, not many people recognize it because that happens a while back.
Your cursed chest?
Huh? Oh, I wear the symbol of it.
Yeah.
I just wear it.
Yeah, like even when those words come out of her mouth, there seems to be no recollection of it. You know, when she glances over you guys, she doesn't recognize the symbol.
I'm just gonna stare at Dracula. Just
yeah, I think yeah, Dracula read your journal, right? Or was that Nani that read the journal?
Vozic ran it.
Verbally about
Gotcha.
Voz acknowledged that.
Yes.
His Vozic's knowledge went from 0 to 100.
He fucking sped read that, so he has all memorized.
Vozic had a key description of how each of my friends died.
Yeah. Perfectly memorized.
Yep, right in that corpse. There's a knowledge.
Drake.
All my friends are dead.
All of them.
All his friends are dead.
At least he had friends.
You had a friend. She died though.
She got obliterated. Or you believe worse.
She got hydrated.
Or did she?
Yes.
Yeah.
Waffle leaves. It's just the monkeys.
If they prefer the term orangutans,
I don't care. Monkey.
I'm an ape, not a monkey.
So she states that about Calidor and whatnot, and then she says, most recently, she was in the city of Fingaria, and it seemed to be she was researching the disappearance of the royal family there. I'm not quite sure what came up of it, but she's been here for the past several years, and as you can quite see, a number of things have happened here as well. I can't say if she's the cause of it, or if she just has a nose for trouble, or she follows where trouble will be, but it's quite suspicious, don't you think?
A little bit.
The lineage doesn't line up with the timeline, which is interesting.
Although I've read stories of, to play devil's advocate, I've read stories of many powerful wizards finding ways to reverse aging.
That still wouldn't tell why she was at these specific places at these specific times.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even if we have this information, what good does that exactly do? Are we going to confront her about that? That's not really something you can. There's no hard evidence or anything. I mean, it's interesting, but it's nothing grounded that we can act on. You would need more than that. Acting rashly isn't gonna solve anything.
I don't think anyone here was suggesting that we tell her any of this. I believe we're
Certainly not.
Yes, I believe it is us collecting information more hand.
That's
Saying,
I mean, why do you think I suggested a change of venue when someone told her we were meeting somewhere?
I glare.
How was I supposed to know this is what we're talking about?
Um, I don't really have any other information about her specifically, so I would rather not linger around if you don't mind. Um, and Sig kind of like waves at her dismissively, and right, and he pulls out a little pouch of what you can only assume to be coins as he throws it on the table. It clinks, and she grabs it, doesn't take the time to count it, um, and she gives you guys all a very deep bow before standing up. She says, "Well, if there's nothing else, um, good luck on your endeavors, everybody. Stay safe."
You, I do have one quick question. You were a maid for the God King, yes?
In the palace, yes, not his personal.
Yes. When was the last time that you saw him? Or at least can confirm his presence?
Me personally, I haven't seen him for much longer than the reported time. Um, as I said before, I wasn't one of his personal assistants. But the last time that any one of them reported was at least 2 months ago.
And who recorded this? Or reported this?
I'm actually not quite sure. One of the other staff members.
Thank you.
I could find that out for you for a price.
I'm not I'm not so sure right now. Is there a way that we can get in contact with you? Or would you mind me messaging you if we have to get more information?
A spell would be fun, and Master Sig here also knows other means. And Sig just kind of gives a nod of his head.
well, thank you very much. I do appreciate it.
Absolutely, if that's all. And she goes to turn to leave. If nobody else stops her or says anything.
Lack of opportunity.
Lack of opportunity. I cast lightning bolt.
Okay. Lightning Lord, get the fuck back over here.
I totally will.
No. Oh, I never even thought of it for that's actually kind of cool use of that.
No.
Where do you think you're going?
All right. So yeah, she leaves, and Sig just he picks up a glass of whatever he was
I'm just
drinking.
gonna see her leave and just put my hand on my head, just cut it again.
What now exactly? I mean, you still have the whole situation in the city.
Right.
When was the last time you heard the bells go off?
Horns, you mean?
The horns,
Yeah,
yeah.
you have not heard them today.
It's also the
Oh,
thing. We also told Sneer we would meet up. I feel like if we just don't show up, that's sort of rude. And even
Who
if we
shouldn't
have,
touch that?
Everybody once again looks at Grace.
even if we have general dispositions on her backgrounds,
Right.
making her an enemy in the sense of untrusting isn't the way to go.
All of Calidor's something suspicious. It was messy. It didn't add up.
Well, again, I don't want to go pointing any fingers. This could all just be a string of coincidences, right? I mean, super unlikely, but in case it is, she hasn't overtly done anything suspicious or wrongdoing against you all, at least. And uh,
Involved in Calidor than she very much has.
Well, in theory, she got their friends killed.
I mean, at least here, she's been nothing but a help to the city. So again, I don't want to go pointing fingers any sooner than I have to. I
This
just
is
wanted,
fair.
I just wanted to let you all know that there might be something else going on here before you go meeting her and exchanging any more information than you have to.
Keep her out in arm's reach.
That's probably smart.
So much. Like Dracula's butler's name. I have Ozzo.
Digoriazo at your
I have that one human guy where he just kept doing so shit to where I just kept degrading him in my notes.
the guard
Wait,
guy.
Yeah, the human.
By
Wait,
the way, I don't remember if we brought this up. Did a kid come over your way?
Sig actually brought that up the last.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think last session I was a little inebriated, so some of my memory's a little bit
Yeah.
foggy. Okay.
Yeah.
The kid's fine. I can't remember.
They made it to the shop, no problem.
Okay.
And Curry took her home. She's staying with Curry. at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, we mean took her home. She's fucking
no. Yeah, she.
okay.
Yeah.
So she's chilling at the Dragon Fortress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was
Corey
a
in the-
bar named
Corey at
Boston
his house.
Eggs.
We're
Boston kegs. Yeah.
I like
Uh-huh.
that.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I come up with that. Oh, that's awesome.
Dude.
Oh, it was a female child? I thought it was a male child.
Was it a male child? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
It was.
I know.
It was male because it was Vozik's little.
It was
I
not.
actually
You don't
I was
know.
like, no.
Is it
What was the name of the kid?
Let me look at
Orphan
the
child number
notes.
Because I don't remember fucking Vozik's family's name. I just like all their family members' names.
By the way, Drax, side note, your butler's name was Elton if he's alive.
I didn't even know his name.
I do.
It's my butler. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I greet the doorman. That was a Comedy Central skit where
I've got
literally
the
it was
King
like,
of Fingaria, if you need that ride. You know,
How
I got
bad-
you,
Oh no,
buddy.
I got him. Yeah.
I have the name.
he memorizes that. That means it's important. Write it down.
Shit. I've got the old name of Nogdfeller, whatever the fuck. It's just as weird, actually weirder.
Nafodorin.
I'm not even. I'm gonna post this in Rise Chat because I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
Oh God.
Was it one of Rye's weird names?
Fuck you, Rye.
I'm just gonna cast judgment on you. I'm not gonna get up to look at
That's-
it, but I'm
that
gonna
one's
cast my
just-
judgment on you.
That's a
Look.
different place.
Yeah, that seems similar,
Yeah.
but not exact. Same country that was fallen over 100
Yeah.
years ago called that.
Yep.
That's what it was before.
Da,
Different.
da, 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 da. Kid. What is the kid?
I have the name of all my siblings.
Yep.
And I have only one note on any of them that just says fan of the Royal Games. That's it. The rest of them, I have genders and then their name.
Except for the one that says nerd next to it.
Sorvik was his name.
Torvik.
So RVIK.
Yeah. That is not any of my siblings.
That is not one of Vosik. You are correct.
No. Okay. I thought that was an out of character.
and was rather young to be anyone of Oz's sibling.
Well, you know, parents, maybe
know, Ball's
dad's
stuff.
still pumping out
You
kids.
don't know. Yeah.
Hey,
we
I
did-
had
we
there were
did some
6
time
kids,
travel
all right?
bullshit. They could have made more.
there were 6 kids, including Vozick. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah. So
Vozick
Sig,
was the second oldest.
Sig takes a drink of his drink
Cheers.
and just looks at all of you and oh, you all have any idea of what you're gonna do from here?
Probably, I mean,
I
we're
think
gonna be up with
You assume
Cineira.
we knew what we're doing in the first place.
I mean, to be fair, I think meeting up with Cineira is the best. Just establish that connection.
Immediate
We're not
option,
on bad terms. Honestly, still helping out with the whole situation here. I mean, we have the ability to do something. We need to be doing something.
And he
We
looks
were
at
gonna help with the escort, right?
he looks at you when you say that's Nanu, and he says, "What exactly were you going to discuss with her when you met up?"
Fuck, I was drunk. I don't really remember. If I, this is more Dracula. I think it was reestablishing connections. Because we hadn't seen her in some time. Before
She
our
asked,
travel in
where
the
were
shadow fell.
you? What's going on? You had no idea where we are. Let's meet up and talk things out.
So
Something like that.
it might just be she tried to reconnect with them after I come back from the Feywilds. It wouldn't surprise me if it was the same after the shadow fell.
Well, you have all seen her since she's back, have you not?
Yes.
Have we since the shadow fell?
No?
Yes. We went into her office,
No.
Not,
wasn't it?
not since
You
the
guys
shadow fell.
have seen her
Okay.
since she's been
I
back.
was gonna say we went into her office.
She is
Oh
like,
yeah, to drop
of-
off Jane.
yeah,
I was
she's
about
like,
to say, hold on.
Right.
yeah, she's like head of R&D currently.
It was
Making me-
super
Making
quick,
me doubt
right?
myself. Yeah, we
Yeah.
just stopped
I-
by, but we did see
So
her.
we really
was
haven't
rather
discussed anything. And
I
she knows
glossed
about the
over.
keys, right?
He does.
Yes.
Yes, because we went in her demi plane and pulled it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was
Also you telling
That was those two.
Nanu and the Grace as
that was
well.
those
We're like,
two's first seeing.
Yeah.
Yes.
so probably more on our goal. We tend to have very high ambitions. So I'm guessing revolving around that. We saw her very briefly when we came back, but didn't really have much time to talk.
My old notes is a trip.
I just realized something, right? And I assume this is gonna work this way. But
What, we're walking into a trap? Probably.
no, I just realized something out of character. Did we lose access to the key because we don't have Jane?
Why would
No,
we
What?
it
lose
wasn't all of
access?
our shadows.
You don't
It
know.
wasn't all
No,
of
they
our
say
shadows.
yeah, we had to combine all of our shadows. Is
You
what
haven't
she
you
said.
haven't tried since Jane left, so you have no idea.
Jane's still
We didn't even
alive, hopefully.
She's still as far as you know, still
I
in
mean-
the city. Yeah.
To be fair, even as a corpse, you do cast a shadow.
Ploto,
You just gotta make
time
sure
to shine, buddy.
we get that corpse.
Nanu, use the diamond. Use the diamond. Took it from me.
Ploto just spore jizzes over her body and just like, nah, I got this.
If you don't want it, I'll take it.
I feel attacked.
Good.
There's no shadow in the body hole.
Yeah, right. So
I still love the fact that I just grabbed you while you were in that hole. Just like, wait, I could do this. Click, click, click.
Hold on.
So I think meeting up with her would probably be our next move, and then, like I said, aiding wherever we can in the city.
I would suggest, and this is just me, if you had, you know, an idea of what you were gonna talk to her about when you meet up, whether or not it was get out of the city, certain ways you could help out around the city, because honestly, she's kind of in charge with certain things at the guild hall, she might ask you to help out at certain places around the city. She might ask you to attack the commanders directly. I mean, it sounds like y'all have had some contact in the past. She might know some of you are better fighters than others.
Now that it's been a bit of time, I can't remember if you answered this or not already. Has there been any word on Slag, and was the commander defeated or killed?
You actually asked that last session.
Oh, I
there
couldn't remember.
has been no reports on Slag, and the commander was not killed. And the reason why is because you found out who defeated him, and it was the Vicar, and the Vicar did not kill him.
Did he? Oh, I'll ask then. Did he capture him?
No, he was not captured. He was just defeated in whatever little duel happens between
That
champions.
actually does beg a question. The Vicar and Sanira are very close. Does that mean we need to suspect the Vicar of anything as well?
Honestly, I didn't even know that.
It's
Really?
a possibility. But
She dotes on him all the time.
I mean, you act like I meet up with her for drinks or something. No, I have only talked to her about matters of the city in group context. I haven't really had any one-on-ones with her.
A romantic sort of situation, I do believe, but I'm not really sure on the extent of that.
Mm.
I'm more willing to trust the Vicar than I am willing to trust Sanira, considering the Vicar's history is pretty well established.
He's
Okay.
rather Gad Miker.
Still better to be suspicious than.
Oh, I'm not saying not suspicious, but I'm less suspicious.
I have a spell that could possibly see through things. I just didn't prepare it today. I literally have something that can see through shape change, and I think that would have been perfect, but I don't have that today.
Shape change, huh?
I think True Sight, literally
Probably.
sees through that.
Yeah, and that would be your speciality, being a cleric of
True
Saloon.
seeing, yeah. These any creature has True Sight knows to take a turn.
I'm surprised that isn't. Oh well, I guess Twilight Cleric isn't necessarily a Saloon.
That's also a 6th level,
Yeah.
Brody. So that 6th level spell, which is beyond any of the things. So.
Wait, doesn't the monocle have a True Sight thing on it?
Yeah, I'm not.
Well,
Takes fucking hours to do that.
You could help the team out. Doesn't.
What does anyone want the I've offered the monocle to anyone on the team.
Yeah.
well,
He doesn't have to
would.
use spell slots.
What is it? Exactly does this monocle do?
You could
I think that's
get comprehend
the-
language, true sight,
And see
better
invisibility.
dark vision,
And detect magic.
Better dark vision? I want it.
I think it gives like 60-foot more dark vision, doesn't it?
Hell yes.
I'm wrong on that one.
I don't think it gives dark vision at all.
That? Oh.
I mean, I'll check
I
real
can
quick.
do
Monocle.
If I wasn't already wearing spectacles, I would wear the monocle.
Wear it on top of it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You're fucking.
Dual wield your lenses, brother.
It's called a magnifying glass.
Monocle of Clarity. You can change the monocle's filter by rotating its outer ring. A small arrow along the edge of the frame indicates the monocle's select filter. The monocle has 4 charges and regains 1d3 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. While wearing the monocle, you can expend 1 of its charges as an action to activate one of the following filters and gain various benefits. The effect lasts for 1 hour while you continue to wear the monocle or until you change its filter. It has a filter of comprehend language that acts as the comprehend language spell. Filter of dark vision. It gives the user dark vision out to 60 feet. Yep. And filter of sea invisibility. So does not have a filter of true sight, unfortunately.
Still, the sea invisibility would
That's
be
still not
nice.
bad to just.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
on my always prepared thing, which is
Yeah.
only a second level.
I-
So
It is
it-
also an attuned item.
Yeah.
It's
For
handy,
don't-
spells.
but for you,
I don't
Yeah.
have an. I have a free item slot.
Does Grace want to walk around with a monocle on?
dude.
I will also point out it is Dracula's monocle too, so it is bougie as bougie.
Never mind.
you don't have to always be wearing it.
Yeah,
to use it,
you just-
though. You pull it out when you want to
Yeah.
cast the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless,
Wasn't even Dracula's mom. Appreciate to find that. Oh no, that was the
No,
gift
it's
from,
mine. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Okay.
yeah. So, Sig will point out, the Vikars are rather well established and upper level member of the Church of Mistra. I mean, it's kind of against his faith to keep secrets, is it not?
Is it?
Mm,
I don't.
You know, we've.
I think preserving secrets, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, no, it required a religion. That's good.
Yeah,
but-
go ahead, make
I'm not-
make a religion. Nanu or anybody else proficient
I was
in
saying, can we make the
religion?
check because we
23.
went to her temple?
23.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
We went directly into her temple.
Did you?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
when Isaac fucking died.
Oh no. Those were
that was a
those-
scroll.
Like,
Those were knights in service of, but that was not like a direct.
I thought we were in Temple
no,
of
no,
Mishra.
no.
That's what
No.
we were told.
it was anything. Like, I was more like
Yeah,
catechism.
Knights of Fire
15.
Servants of Mishra.
That's a fancy die.
Mistral, not Mistra.
Or,
It was it
this
was
one
older.
says Mishra. That could have been.
Yeah,
Uh,
23 for me.
The place that you were in was a knight's like a guardhouse in service to Mistral, which is the older form of Mistra. But the Vicar specifically is a individual.
Why
in
was the
service to
builder
Mistra.
of Church of Mishral there? That's what you told us the one guy was. Brith, I think was it?
What location are you referring to?
In the temple thing.
Yeah, Mistral. Yes, they were. It was an.
It was a church.
It was not a church. It was like they were knights in service to Mistral. So it was a place dedicated to her, but it was not like a place of worship.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a gatehouse.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah.
What was the roll?
Oh, tell us what you really think.
It was
Oh my.
23.
23.
23.
Bro, you were using that one
Christine.
monkey as a pillow. He's holding you nice. Oh my.
Hey, not say hello. Oh my god, it's a
Stop making me jealous.
Oh.
I miss my cat.
Ain't that a dark color? I thought it was a white cat.
got white on her. So, you got like a white tum tum. And then she has socks.
How do you put socks on a cat?
Because
So
why
her
not?
feet don't get cold.
Yeah, and it's funny to watch them try to get them off.
Blah, 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 blah.
I swear I'm gonna hug Spoopy for like an hour straight and not let him go when I get back.
Chim.
Yeah, so Mistra, obviously she's the god of magic and whatnot, but she's
Excuse me.
she's a god of not necessarily knowledge in the direct sense, but she
Of knowing.
right. It's often taught, within her practices and like dogma and whatnot, that knowledge is power. So she's not really in the market for keeping secrets. You know, on the flip side, her adversary Shar is like kind of the opposite of that. But yeah,
Ooh.
so as far as those of you that are more knowledgeable and rolled a little higher on that religion check would know that those in service to Mishra are not in the habit of keeping knowledge from others.
There's also the fact that they're male, which I believe the Raven Queen did state. I don't believe if we were going to be betrayed by one of them, it would be an avatar, in my opinion, and he doesn't seem like an avatar of Bane.
Well,
And
you don't have to be another avatar to be an ally. You're not worshippers of Saloon, yet you can still be an ally of me.
yes, but it means that we can more than likely talk him out of it if we have a sound enough reason.
Confused.
I do not acknowledge that. I do not acknowledge Jane or Jane. My brain is tired. Grace.
Grace saying that she's confused.
Yes.
I don't want to beat around the bush too much, but why don't we just go meet her, see what happens then? Figure shit out after. So,
I agree. But the sooner we do that, the sooner we can get out there and actually aid. As for what we'll discuss, I think definitely what we can do in the city.
I just realized something. So is the Obsidian army not attacking then, since their commander was defeated?
the Obsidian army wasn't defeated.
They weren't defeated.
No,
It was a draw.
the commander was.
Only one
No,
though.
it was a draw.
It was a draw.
No,
It
didn't
was a
he
draw.
No,
and they
he-
go to a
correctly
second
said,
fight?
The Vicar defeated one of the
Vicar defeated
other
a different
armies.
one. Obsidian is the one Slag fought.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, I thought. Okay,
Nope.
okay, my bad.
No.
Yeah, so of the other three individuals that Nanu divined, one of them looked to be like a pretty powerful warrior type of individual, big sword, shield type of person, and that was the one that the Vicar defeated. That was the one that was at the gate to the west. Now, the other two, other than the Obsidian commander that have not been approached or talked about or fought or whatnot. The one was the mountain of a man, Gith, with the scars all over his face that looked like a rather punchy individual, no armor. And the other one was the woman Gith, the rather live individual with the rapier.
I'll ask then: is that army attacking then, or are they holding back?
They have retreated, as far as I know.
That can
Line with
change
what
a
we
few
heard.
things.
Well, defeat the leaders.
Not necessarily. We
leave.
were told that. I believe they told us we had to defeat all of them for any of them to back up.
No.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Oh,
4 armies, 4 leaders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was more worried about the difference between defeat and kill.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it seemed that
I mean,
they're all attacking the city under one banner, but they seem to be 4 individual groups. I don't know if they come from the same place or.
if we could defeat the other two, it would at least make the city have an easier time against. They would be able to focus against one army.
Great plan, Dracula. Just great, fantastic plan. I 100% back you up on this.
I suggest that Grace goes for one of them and we go for the other one.
Well, I mean,
1-on-1.
that's kind of been the idea. So the Vicar defeated the the westernmost group yesterday, and the individuals that were fighting at the gate there is a small garrison at the gate still, but the rest of them have all bolstered the defense at the other 3 battle sites, which is good. The more of them that we can defeat, I think the easier time we'll have defending the rest of them off. I don't necessarily think we'll have to defeat all of them to get them the fuck out the city. I think maybe just one more, we might have enough troops to send to the other 2 locations to.
Out of character, I completely misunderstood that. Then I thought we had to defeat all 4 of them for them to even,
No,
for even one to attack it.
they were all described to being like they all visually looked different. They were under different banners.
Yeah, I knew that. It just for some reason my brain went to
like
yeah.
So
Fantastic idea, Draco.
Yeah,
We'll go with your plan.
Currently,
yeah,
I
again,
believe there was an evacuation plan in motion.
yeah. So there is one being drafted up, but I don't think it's been solidified just yet.
I think while attacking a commander would be a good idea. I think our best help is either that or directly helping the evacuation.
Yep.
I think really good at single targets, and the hardest one that we know of is the strongest one, at least according to Nanu's visions, thanks to his god friend, was the Obsidian Army. Slag tied. So the other 2 should be chumps.
She,
Because they're the strongest doesn't mean the others are weak.
Sig looks at you like incredulously, and he says, "Slag was the single strongest individual within the city of thousands of individuals, and he tied with one of their commanders
The strongest one.
in regards to appearance by your friend here."
Well,
Yeah.
divine
I'm
power
gonna
also was
go with a
involved in
god's
that,
word.
but I'm, you know,
how?
Not to say you're right or wrong, Nanu, but you're going off.
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way, Grace.
I mean,
How
also,
heartedly
to
do you
get me
think-
interrogated,
how hard-
but, my god was wrong.
How heartedly do you think Slag would be able to defeat you?
Without a sword? No. Can't.
With his sword.
Depends on if I got hit or not.
I mean, that's with any fight, to be honest. I can win any fight if I didn't get hit.
That's actually my main strategy.
I actually
Preferably
think
that's mine too, but
He's
Oh,
not
wait,
wrong.
no.
Close.
If you don't get hit, you're good. But you
actually,
get hit,
as
surprisingly, my strategy is get hit enough to where they tire themselves out.
asinine as it is, I could just, I don't know how fair with the boundaries, I could just fly out of reach and rain down from above.
That does bring the issue. We don't know what they would mark as dishonorable, and then suddenly there's 1,000 Gith attacking you.
I mean,
So
you could
I-
always talk.
won't.
They seem pretty pleasant talking wise.
Oh, as long as we
Not trying
offer a
to stab you with
sacrifice.
swords.
They really hated talking to us.
They also don't speak our language, really. We've noticed that we had to go through communication things with Sig and all talk to them.
I just realized this is her first time ever mentioning talking as an option, and it's the thing that we can't understand.
He kind of like flexes his hand that you guys know is odd looking, and he says,
Did you get it to work?
I'm not sure if I could replicate that today. Maybe tomorrow."
I'm not sure if we can
need a nap.
tie one down
That's usually how
long
Nana
enough.
fixes his things.
And what did you say, Dracula? I'm sorry.
I see several problems with that. First, we would have to capture one alive again.
Right.
Not the hardest thing, but you would have to get it to agree in telling you what it considers honor. So you want to debate philosophy with them? I don't know if that would be the easiest.
It's more of what are the rules of engagement, more of philosophy, like what's out of bounds and what's not. Besides the point, just talk to the commanders.
Right. The issue is with that is if you go to talk to one under the assumption that there's going to be a fight and you don't like the terms, are they going to let you leave?
No,
Probably
they have
not.
stated this. They stated this with Slag.
Mm,
They kind of let us leave
We will not
when
do
he
That was just a
cited it.
special circumstance of the draw. Could we were allowed to take our champion out of there.
I see.
We were specifically told if Slag died, we would be immediately attacked.
I do not recall this conversation.
Yeah.
Out of character, Malachi is right.
Yeah, that was
Yep.
Ultimately, it doesn't matter unless we continue on with what we're doing. I think talking to Sanira, she might have some more insight on the situation. That would be useful.
Would you like to join us for this conversation that we were supposed to be having with you, Sig? Or would you prefer to avoid Snare for the time being?
I've got some things around my shop that I'd rather be doing, honestly.
Anti-magic
How-
field.
How's that coming along, by the way?
I mean, he was literally only doing it this morning. He's only gotten a couple hours in.
Yeah, I've got to finish laying the ring and then inscribe some runes. It'll be a little bit of time, but we're trying to work on magic items inside an anti-magic field is not the most conducive to testing thing.
sounds much less conducive to explosives, however.
You're not wrong.
I'm gonna trust your word on it.
So, where were you all planning on meeting with Sanira?
Our last meeting place.
I mean,
Oh, that is right.
yes.
Do you think she's still going to be there?
It's no problem.
We're very vague on the time.
Yeah,
That is true.
I think you just told her in the morning sometime, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, fair enough. I-
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look towards Grace and be like, "So the story is straight. If she's there waiting for us, we ran into Sig along the way and already had our conversation."
I mean,
Or why don't you just say that he had business that came up and he isn't able to make it, but we didn't want to leave you hanging.
That could work as well.
regardless,
Whichever we need.
yeah, regardless of what you
I
decide.
look over at Sig and give him a wink.
He face palms a little bit and it's just like, just make sure you got your story straight, all right? Actually, it would probably be best if you decide now, so I also have the story.
I mean, I gave.
the best lies always have a bit of truth.
That's why I said we had already completed our conversation.
Yeah, but in the middle of the streets, that seems weird for, a general, are you considered?
We met up, we said hi, we talked a bit, we went our separate ways.
I think the term they use for me is a commander, but
The commander. So
yeah.
it's weird to have a commander-like conversation in the middle of the streets. And lots of people not be comfortable sitting down when we had already set up a locate. That just seems weird to me.
Well, how about
I
this?
think the idea that a commander being busy and wasn't able to meet up at this given time would be more
Well,
realistic.
hold on here because there's a little bit of truth in you came to me with a business proposition, Nanu, What if you guys came to my shop before the meeting time to discuss that?
Which we technically did already.
All right.
Hmm.
It's re-looked at the image I put in.
I had to hold it together.
Okay. It's good. It's good.
So good.
Where did you find it?
Micro.
You can tell by the watermark.
Not me. Didn't find that son of a bitch. That's my one. That's him. That's not me, bro.
That's so great.
Very good. So yeah. I mean, she's probably gonna ask you. I mean, typically with some of the stronger individuals in the military here, so it's going to be one of three things, right? You're either going to help bolster the city ranks and help flesh out the Gith that are kind of roaming rampant within the inner city rings. You're either going to go to one of the gates to help out there. She might ask you to attack one of the commanders or both commanders directly. Or, I mean, I wasn't with the final, the group on the talk about the evacuation plan. If they've solidified something there, she might ask you to help escort some people out. I mean, it's really just, it hinges on what she wants y'all to do. And I'm not sure.
I definitely
Whoa.
think us staying in the city would probably be the best. I mean, you can get people out, but that's a whole city. I believe us either fending off the invading forces or stopping them would be the best.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, the first ones out are most definitely going to be like nobility and such, and who the fuck cares about them?
You know, honestly,
I
like Ella
look.
said, I don't think it's fair. They make the calling shots for people's deaths, and they're not even on the lines with them. I'm not particularly fond of it.
Everybody's pointedly not meeting eyes with Dracula.
I'd be eyes with him.
Yeah.
Who's been on the front line this entire fucking time?
I said, if you want to take offense to the person being out on the front lines, that's you. But I literally talk to nobles making decisions and then running away.
Very good.
So
Um,
that's what Nanu says.
um, well,
Need some
all
thumbnail
right.
clippers.
Well, I guess come see me at the shop when you're all finished with Sanira, and we talk about maybe finishing our transaction, right?
I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely. And he like downs the rest of his probably whiskey because it's fucking sick. Throws down a couple of coins and gets up to leave.
Whiskey this early in the morning. I like it.
That's sick.
Before you leave, here, take this, and I'll like hold out my hand for him.
All right, and he like
I hand him the amber. We're going there anyways, but in case you happen to see anybody that needs it, it does have that revivify spell in it. I have the ability to cast it. I'd rather at least if there was someone.
He like holds it up, like nods to you and pockets it, turns to leave, puts his hat on, and walks out.
My whole goal with him is just to be as like, "Oh, he's a good person
Yeah,
as
right.
possible. Like, fuck, he won't fuck me over. All right, so let's go see if we can find Sanira. He'll be
So,
waddle away. Waddle.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything you guys wanted to discuss before heading over there, or we just kind of skipping ahead to when you guys head over to the Crimson
Is
Secret.
there anything exactly that we want to withhold that isn't abundantly apparent?
Do we confirm whether or not we have the? Wait, I can't remember. Did we confirm we have the shadow key to her the last time we met?
He
As
doesn't know we
far
have it.
as far as she knows, you guys went to the Shadowfell for the second key, but you have neither confirmed nor denied that you have the second key. She just knows that you went and came back.
Because remember, we were like, they're probably powerful caster, and I immediately went, Shannara. So we've
Yeah.
been on the fritz about that since.
Correct.
And by the way, if it turns out, I'm saying it preemptively, called it.
Yeah.
I called it too.
Yeah, you a couple of you guys.
I don't trust
brought
a
it.
linguist that doesn't know Elvish. I'm just saying.
That is a good point. But
I haven't trusted her since the beginning.
out of character, I can't remember if we had a thing. If we had our suspicions and we're like, it's this guy, how would we contact the gods?
Hey, you have no idea.
All right.
Do you think I could do like a click call over? It's like I'll call like Saloon, be like,
Hey,
hey, can you put me
Raven
in with
Queen
the
of
Raven Queen?
Friends.
No, because Saloon isn't accepting any of your calls for like a week.
Yeah, right.
No, I have other spells. I have other spells.
Yeah, it's just
Class
you know,
teacher's down.
he's just calling collect now.
Yeah. I get put on hold
You
for a
just
little
say
while.
it really fast so you don't have to pay.
So
Boomers.
Leave like 20 messages. I'm just like, I really need to write. Can you come back? Would like to make a call. Do you accept?
do you extend the call by 10 seconds for 52 cold?
I don't even have that much.
It's pretty
I
it's more than I have.
I haven't had that much in over a
Do I
year.
have that?
Okay. But
Dude,
also,
okay, I can pay that once.
speaking of, I know a couple of the items that were put on the table for the trade with Sig, but there was also some gold as well.
I have
right?
a 1K at least. I know I can.
Plus like party fund and
That is the party fund.
I think a couple of other people put in some gold.
I was going to give the amber that has Revivify in it
right.
Mhm.
1,000 gold.
Mhm.
Yeah, there were a few
was
items.
offering the monocle,
Plus the whistle.
the whistle.
whistle.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because he's like, these are given to me by this.
Yep.
He's like, well, fuck.
Oh, and then Dracula was mentioning his flute. That fucking dude can do tree
Yeah, the
stride.
flute.
Free shred, super good.
So, and then Nanu's trusting character.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't say it like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Maybe in a curry. Who knows about Sig? I've rolled some dice, you know.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, after discussing, a couple of things like, oh, how are we going to contact the gods and bobbity boobity and things of that nature?
Calidor is where I'm from.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you want to clarify that with those that don't
I
know?
would say that verbally once he's gone. I'm like, so I was there in the invasion of Calidor. It's actually where I was a soldier.
I mean, I kind of put that together with the fact that you've mentioned your home going down, and then the mention of that, you immediately went into a very dark and somber sort of persona. So I
Just thought I'd bring it up as I'll kind of glance at the Grace.
What?
Yep, that's about right.
So, I mean, I think that was generally apparent.
Look at Ploto.
What?
Mhm.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at
That's a
him?
Ploto.
Why are you giving us the same look?
Look at the Grace. Back to Nanu.
Just be glad Pam's not here.
Oh god.
I can just take a back seat and not talk. I'll
We
go
left
get
him
some
at
drink,
the.
get some
Where
food,
can we
and
leave Tim at?
Pam is currently in the mansion.
Manner.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, okay.
as we stated.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's the
yeah.
guard dog.
Mordenkainen's magnificent manor. as Dracula likes to call it. So,
Hey, how do you fully feed a dragon with the 7th level spell?
yeah. So, hey, you guys.
Do you have a ghost of your butler Elton in there?
Yes, I said it is my staff.
Elton
Yeah.
John.
See if it
That's what I'm
name badge?
thinking.
That's what I thought.
Hey, Elton's his last name. It's actually John Elton.
Mm.
There also is another character, Dustin Coulson, but I
Yeah.
just thought it said coleslaw.
Coleslaw. Yeah. I'm gonna bring somebody in who goes by Coleslaw. Probably know him.
Oh, slow.
Oh my.
Fucking gnomes.
It says gnomes all in his backstory. I'm just thinking gnome names. I think I want that's like Gimbal Snack.
Yeah, if
I've
you-
got
you
some
just say-
weird names here.
If you have a random word that you want somebody named, it's a fucking gnome.
That's a dwarf
Yeah.
Fry gave us.
All right.
I fucking
Gimbal
love
Knackle.
gnome
That's what
names.
it was.
Gimbal
Gimbal
Knackle.
Knackle. That's a gnome in his backstory.
Cthulhu Gimbal Knackle. Is a gnome.
Flopperty Fupa.
Fuck gnomes.
Fuck gnomes.
He has a whole
All right.
village that's 40% gnomes now. Canon. Ugh.
Yeah.
Who, me?
No, fucking Chris.
No.
Make backstories canon as best I can, and now there's a 40%
Nice.
gnome village.
You had to. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Introduce
Gnomes.
more gnomes.
So, you guys head to the Crimson Tankard.
Can I introduce?
Small fuck.
I already did most of my story.
Yeah.
I'm changing my own race to gnome.
I told you I'm gonna be a halfling. He's actually half halfling, half gnome, and his name is Gibor Lankins. Like I told you.
He sent
No.
me to that, and I was like,
Funny.
And I
"Do
said,
you have to?"
no.
Yeah.
Is that just one word?
It's actually 3 words, and I'll let you decide how it's split up.
I'm pretty sure the first
One
thing I
word,
said-
2 letters. No.
I'm pretty sure the first thing I said was, "I hate you.
Yeah.
That's terrible."
All right. So, you guys head over to the Crimson Tankard. You've already been here this morning, but it is so rather empty. There's a few more individuals here than when you popped in and saw Sig. He was, as you might remember, other than Waffle, who was inebriated, was disguised as an older homeless individual in the corner.
Funny you think I'm not now. That was my second glass.
Hey, you're not slurring your words nor talking about hippos, so.
Did I talk about hippos?
Maybe, I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
there has been very
I know the
little
beans.
talk of beans yet.
Yeah.
So
And
clearly
these
he
were
can't be wasted.
lighter pours of drinks. All right.
Clearly he can't be wasted. We haven't heard about bean-powered mechas yet.
Yeah. So you head over to the Crimson Tankard. Anne's actually at one of the tables, not in a corner, but one of the outer tables on one of the sides, kind of not adjacent to any of the other patrons. You see Sinira sitting, looking over some papers and eating some sort of finger food, sipping on a drink,
Eating fingers.
eating bingies.
Curled fingers.
Why
Yeah.
that make me laugh?
What type of fingers? What
The
type of
fingy
thingies?
kind.
Chicken
they're-
fingers.
There. All right, Waffle.
Fingies.
But she's not directly facing away from where the door's at, but she's far enough at an angle that she doesn't directly see you guys when you walk in.
I shoot her.
Pow!
Armageddon.
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 Oh my god! Oh my god!
I cast lightning bolt.
On who?
Yes.
says anything,
Slowly
during that
getting
time I was getting
colder.
cake, I yell out, Sanira! towards her.
Oh,
So I was over getting cake,
I
and
think
I
Ra
was
is
just,
also getting cake now or something.
dude, pineapple upside down cake.
Ooh.
Like
Not a fan.
nacho cheese.
Well, that just means you're
bugles.
wrong.
Nacho cheese.
It's
bugles.
not bad, but I'm just not a fan.
I have mega stuffed Oreos.
I have normal Oreos because I don't have diabetes yet.
Aren't you
Yeah.
allergic to pineapple, Loki?
Besides the point.
So,
I'm also allergic to bananas, but I still eat
so
them.
Nanu walks in like, Samira!
Before anyone else spots her, they're like, all right, is she here, Sanira?
He says it from outside a block away.
I know, right? She
I know the
she
person.
looks up from whatever she was looking over, and she folds up some papers, throws them in a pocket, and she just kind of gives you guys a nod and motions you over.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
And there's enough seats there for all of you plus 2 more.
Plus 2 more.
Yep.
DM specifically notes something, writes it down.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, how have you been during all this sort of chaos?
Busy, but Duressi's in town, which is great, needless to
Sure.
say. And one of the leaders have been defeated, so yeah, things are looking up from this time yesterday, at least.
I hope we are able to at least stop the other ones.
Right about that. Are you sure none of you are interested in tackling on any of the commanders? Perfect. I'll write your name down.
Trying to be sneaky about it, like, yeah.
Nanu sees it and just like smacks you. Like the twitch of your hand and immediately bam.
He tries to kick you in the shin, but kicks Ploto instead because it's Nanu.
Yeah.
Check your decks. What is it?
Well, it'd be a strength.
Still, yeah.
It is strength. Yep.
It's arm
Hold
strength.
on.
Yeah, it would be.
All right, so- Right. I mean, you obviously were all fantastic yesterday. You helped at the gate.
Helped. What a good we did.
Hey, I'm sure there were going to be more casualties if you were not there. So did you have any plans on helping out at the other gates? I know that Grace here just volunteered herself to attack one of the commanders, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment.
Definitely want to be active. At least I do.
That'd be useful.
As of right now, most of the fighting at the gates is at a standstill. Stalemate, I should say. Most of the guards that we had at the western gates, we reallotted to the eastern gate, as they are the ones that's where pushed the furthest into the city. I don't know how much it will help, but we'll probably see the fruits of that sometime today. If you're willing, I know several of you are rather capable in 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 certain forms of combats. Um, I haven't seen it myself, but um, Daresi has fought with some of you in the past, and others have seen you fight at the gate. And even I believe Sig has remarked at some of you all in some previous bout, but I would love for your assistance in driving back the gift in the city. Would you not all agree that mm, you are better prepared for fighting than most of our guardsmen?
General gods, I'd generally say.
I saw a bunch of kids get slayed yesterday, so yeah, fair to them.
We have numbers on the gift, but they are by far the superior fighting force. I don't know if they were all to attack together cooperatively, if we would be able to hold out at all. So it's
Even with just the three armies.
perhaps not sure. Um, the commanders in uh, especially seem to be rather dangerous individuals, and any time that they have fielded themselves against our general guardsmen and soldiers, it has not gone well. Um, I am here to formally request your assistance in this, and the city is willing to dip into treasuries to pay any sum that you would want for assisting.
Did you have a specific
Any
task in
some.
mind?
Well, it seems like the quickest is to attack the commanders. A more prolonged fight against the army uh, could be. I I would prefer if you would to put your strengths to fight those in charge. You are all powerful, yes, but numbers is not a game that we can win.
I don't do this very often, but I want to see, do I get the vibe that it's genuinely because she thinks that we're the most powerful that can do this, or that potentially us getting killed off might be beneficial for her?
Roll an insight check.
30-20.
Give inspiration.
That was a natural 15. So
I know. I'm just bringing it up.
yeah, I'm gonna save it in case I need to
Just
save
in
it.
Um,
case.
As far as you can tell with her general demeanor, she seems pretty genuine in placing hope in you guys being able to defeat the commanders.
Okay. Figured I'd put that out there. Don't
Yeah.
insight very often with Nanu.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Oh man, if only I was.
Right. I do not mind if you were to just join the fray, and we would still be willing to pay your group for doing that. As any place that you would help bolster ranks is sure to go much better than without. I just believe personally, and there are several of us that also believe that taking them on in a one-on-one combat would just save casualties for both sides.
Do we have any more information on these generals? Going in blindly isn't.
A little bit, yes. So, um, what all do you know about any of the commanding armies?
General appearance as well as weapons they have on hand.
Um, right. So the most well organized of the forces were the one that was defeated yesterday, and the one to the north. Um, both of their commanders seem to know what they're doing and where and when to place troops to have the greatest effects. They seem to have the most competence in leading. Um, of course, Duresi was able to take out the commander to the west yesterday.
Which army is that? Color?
Uh, color wise.
Because I when we were going over the things, I had the tabard colors
Yeah.
of gray, tan, blue, and black.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it was the blue one.
The blue one is the one to the
I think
south.
that'd be the gray one.
The
He would.
gray, yeah, the gray is
That's the plate one-handed
Yep.
great sword
Yep.
shields.
The
And that
one to
had
the north
the
is the
wisp.
tan. The southern one is the muted like slate blue, and then of course the obsidian to the east.
So, which one was the one that he took out?
He took out the western one, the gray,
Mhm.
the plate man with the great sword.
Okay, and then tan was which direction?
That was honestly
North.
the one I was most worried about.
North.
Really?
Okay.
Hmm.
Then
I can't
south
hit
was the
through
blue.
shit. It's like
Okay.
trying to hit Ollie.
Yeah, that one had wisps of black fire around the blade. He was also bald and ugly. That was the notes I have on that guy.
Yes.
Wait, no, I have bald, ugly, but I also have
Bald ugly is the
Curly
pissy
red.
up man.
yes. I think. What do I have? Rapier tan. Yes, that was for this guy. I'd written a note above it. I see. Because the one he took out was handsome with curly red hair.
Right. So, scenario will say you did.
They had a nice wine dinner.
Um,
Wined and dined.
scenario will tell you that the gift commander to the north
Mhm.
tends to fight unarmed. However, not in a traditional style. There seems to be some sort of magic that he is using, although it is not one that I am familiar with. He is also able to, and it has only been recorded once, but it looks like he is able to grow in size as if under the effects of the enlarge spell.
He also, of notes, I noticed he has glowing green eyes, which isn't common, so that's could be something of his abilities. Just something of note.
Interesting. Hmm. It's not again whatever style of magic he's using is not one that I am familiar with. And then the individual to the south seems to be the only female in charge of the gift. She seems to be rather light on her feet, very quick, although she's also been reportedly able to cast spells as well. I don't know
Like
to
his
what.
like.
Yeah, I don't know to what extent and what spells were cast, but she's definitely fired projectiles to our army.
There's also she wields a rapier that is crude yet elegant at the same time. It was odd. She also do divination magic through my goddess. She
Mhm.
was told to focus on. I don't know why exactly, but it was told to sort of pinpoint details of sorts. It was strange.
Uh, hmm.
Just unclear necessarily, almost like it was blurry. It was
That was actually when you tried to describe the obsidian.
That was the
Yeah.
obsidian.
was that this? I had that
Mhm.
under the
'Cause he's
you
the
had
one
that
that had the shit around
the
him.
obsidian one. It just like cut off at a certain point.
Yeah.
You had specifically said hard to focus
No.
on for the blue one.
No. The obsidian one was hard to focus on, and then you were cut off rather abruptly.
Because I had that even before I had the notes of the crude elegant rapier for the blue one. Before you even had mentioned the black.
So the reason why those notes are separated is when we came back to the group chat.
Mhm.
I had told you what they looked like, but did not tell you what their equipment was like, and we went over the equipment after we came to the group chat.
It's just because I wrote it in order and I have the space here. That's why I'm just like, because
Yeah,
their whole visual, I got everything
Yeah.
there.
The way how it was explained is when I pulled you aside to the second the other VC, I gave you their physical descriptions, and then when we came back, I gave you their equipment. So you might have just either misinterpreted it or just wrote it down in the wrong spot. But
And that just seems odd with the way I
Yeah.
wrote it down. Doesn't say it's. I mean, if that's not relevant, that's not relevant.
not
But
the case.
yeah, that just seems odd with the way I wrote my notes down. But like I said, I cross stuff if it's not relevant.
It is relevant for the Obsidian commander.
Well, yeah, the obsidian I had wrote down. Vision ripped away. I had my vision ripped away. It was protected, seemingly
Yeah.
protected by another. But I had,
Which is why that it was blurry.
yeah, like I said, I had something like that for the blue one as
So,
well. Just the way I had written everything. It just,
But yeah, Scenario would also make note that although Gith spellcasters are far and few between, there seems to be more of them in the southern group than in the others. As of right now, we don't exactly have anybody willing or capable bodied enough to take them on. So if any of you would be willing, and thanks again, Grace.
the only thing I fear doing that, we don't know the strengths of these individuals. If the Vicar was able to take on one of them, what about the others? They're not as strong as the Obsidian, but doesn't mean they're not far from. Say any of us necessarily could, and we lose, that person's gone. It's sort of difficult to get in there with a revival spell when you're surrounded by an army. Doing
Well,
that and losing means death.
unfortunately, it's hard for me to disagree on that point. I don't know how any of you individually compare to Daresi in a direct confrontation. But
Darcy didn't seem too focused on brute strength last I met. Now he's done quite a lot since then, as have we, but at the time he didn't seem extraordinarily powerful in terms of one individual in a one-on-one.
would that not be in your favor then? If you
Possibly, but we don't know anything about really the others other than, again, baseline ability. The ability to wield a weapon and a spell, that's vastly, different descriptions how you can say the same for me or Ali. And we're vastly leagues apart in terms of abilities. Ali in martial combat is far superior than I am, yet I have the ability to cast higher level spells than he does. That doesn't really give a range at all.
right, and we are mostly going in blinds. There's not been anybody else to fight with the other two commanders, and I have limited knowledge on what happened in Slag's bout with the individual commanding the Obsidian group. But according to what
I
was
can retell that story.
according to what was obtained between you all and Sig with the captured Gith, it seemed that that individual has been undefeated and, as far as they know, the strongest of the lot. And um, there's just a lot of variables that we don't know because we don't know if the Gith have ever fought one another. We don't know, you know, one of the Gith that Ali might not have any problems with. I myself, as a spellcaster, might have a breeze with, and vice versa. There's just a lot of variables here.
We also don't know the rules of engagement necessarily. I have the ability of flying and turning invisible. Is that seen as cheating of sorts? I don't know. If so, I believe I could take on one of these individuals, but if that's not the case and they view that as not a great option,
Um,
unfair.
Unfortunately, neither Daresi nor Slag have a mode of flight, so I couldn't tell you.
I have access to flight as well as greater invisibility. I can rain down from above without visual.
And we also we do not have any accounts of any of the gift spellcasters flying, but that is not to say that they cannot do it.
It's again, is it considered unfair for their fair one-on-one trial? That's
Right.
really what it comes down to.
Right. And unfortunately, we don't have any way of gathering that information. It sounds like normal speech spells don't work with whatever language the Gith are speaking, and we have rather limited information on them in general. They haven't been cited for a very long time, but nothing in any historical books say that their language is not one that magic shouldn't be able to help us communicate with. It is just very strange that that is the case here.
You also know.
Perhaps language it's a cipher.
You also know if they are from a different plane necessarily, because if so, would a simple banishment be considered a victory?
Uh, well, when they arrived at the city, there were several rifts that appeared, so I can only assume that they're from elsewhere. I just, um,
Potentially, banishment could work as well.
good. I don't know, with everything that's going on with the planes and how they're acting. I don't know how readily accessible they have with means of transportation back here. Um, Again, like you said, there's just a lot we don't know. It's just the quickest and simplest solution that we have currently to drive them off of the city. There's no guarantee that we're going to win a duel, but there's also no guarantee that we're going to win a prolonged conflict. Like I said, I'm just here to uh, offer gold in for your assistance. That's not to say you have to stay and help. You could absolutely leave the city. You're not citizens of Mattoon. It's not your obligation to stay and help. Hell, I'm not even a citizen of Mattoon, and I've thought about leaving several times already. But they've they've stuck me in charge, and I feel obligated to help these people.
Leaving's not really an option.
Well, when you have access to certain teleportation magics, it most certainly is.
I kind of now just kind of gives her a look like in the eyes. No, it's not.
Like I said, I've thought about it, but here I am. Well, that brings a second point of contention. Then, if you're not willing to leave the city, we also, if you didn't want to take part in any of the conflicts. We're going to ask if any of you would like to be hired as bodyguards for some of the individuals leaving in the next few days. But if that's not the case, then I won't even bring that.
I mean, I won't speak for anyone else here.
That would be much better what I was suited to than one-on-one combat.
Guarding a large number of individuals.
I would just. That's what I did when I was a soldier.
And what about the rest of you? If you had the choice, what would be your first?
My first instinct is to fight, make it better, do what I can, be useful. But not everybody's like me.
Well, right now I'm prepared to try to reincarnate Disgrace after the fight. Maybe find new Nanu later.
Why do you always think I'm going to die? I've only died.
It's not that you're gonna
No.
die. It's that you go in by
You know,
yourself.
to be fair, most individuals cannot say that they've died before, so that's probably why he says what he says.
I've only died like 3 times. It's fine.
That's 2 more times than me.
We have a lot of adventures, don't we? Hmm.
Well, I expect casualties, so I'm prepared to act line and defend.
Right, and I don't expect a decision right here and now. I'm sure you'll all want to discuss between each other with not me nor any of the other city influencers in attendance. So if you would rather I leave so you can all discuss your plan, you can either get back to me at the guild hall or she looks at Dracula, or you can send me a spell.
I've died just about the same amount of times as I've nearly died. But that one time, it just went raw.
Just happened.
And I was just dead. The HP is AC didn't matter. I was just
I
dead.
think the issue is you're in no danger, but the second you're in danger, there's very little time to react.
Sometimes.
I'm not in danger until I'm 1 HP.
I'm not in danger till I'm dead.
And to be fair, I stayed on 1 HP for like a full round and didn't get hit. So
Death Ward, man.
Which buddy?
What are we thinking?
I think we should discuss this. See what we want to do. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but
Right, and she puts like 5 gold down on the table, and she says, "Have as much to eat and drink here as you want. I'll pay for a little bit. I'm the one that asked you to speak, and by no means is this a bribe or anything, but just get back to me as soon as you decide something."
I appreciate it.
And she'll leave whatever she was drinking there. It looks like an odd like greenish orange beverage. Half drunken, she stands up, collects herself, straightens out her robes and whatnot, and heads out to leave you guys to discuss.
As I said, I don't want to speak for you all. If you all want to do, lead people out, fine. I prefer to stay here.
It's not a matter of me wanting to leave. It's a matter of simply better at one thing than another.
And I'm not saying you're wrong for that. Dracula, what do you think? Dracula.
He's been
Oh.
awfully
Any of this?
quiet.
I know, that's why I said something to
any
him
of
to
this?
see if.
Maybe he's slept, bro.
As
Shalom.
He
Thanks.
yawned like 40 minutes ago, so that's cool.
I'm gonna go pick up the money from the table, toss 1 coin at Grace.
That's it.
It disappears.
Oh, that's your share.
You gotta stop doing that.
Why do you keep catching it?
It's, you try not catching something that comes at your face.
You see, like this, throw another coin at her.
God.
Wait, it's a 10th
Just
coin.
throw-
I keep that.
What?
No,
No,
it round.
every time
Nope.
you get
It's
money,
half of what you. Yeah, it's half of what
Yeah.
you are given, and you were given.
I have
coin
one
It's not
gold
twice.
coin.
total, it's individual.
If he tossed 2 coins at you, you would keep one of them. But because he
That's not
tossed 1
half.
coin at you twice,
Yes, it
It
is.
It's
is
half.
half, but he
Yes.
rounds
Yeah.
up.
yeah, it's half rounded up.
No, it's not half.
Well,
It is
you
half.
don't get change. That's the issue.
It's 1/10 of all the gold I was given.
And you don't
One
get
time
Round
change.
it up.
rounded up.
Yeah, rounded
Round
up.
it up.
So whatever it was, it's rounded up to the nearest gold.
It doesn't matter until someone throws you more than 1 coin.
Exactly.
Pop that. You're literally just given drape gold.
Yeah, somewhere on some plane of existence, Beard is just like, oh, another coin. Oh, another coin.
Ooh,
2 in a
shiny.
row? Huh.
Shiny.
Yeah,
I wonder if
it's
he
just not as
gave
smart as I thought.
he gave this curse to like 10 people, but he never paid out. And then randomly he started getting money. It's like, oh, this one's
So
paying
no-
out.
What do you want to do?
I expected large scale fighting. So last night I prepped to sustain you and help civilians. You want to fight? I can help us escape if it goes bad. If you want to get the people out, I have utility so we can get the most amount of people out here alive. Honestly, I'm prepping for any situation except for me physically fighting one of the generals.
I can't ask Dracula right now, which sucks.
Did we talk about
Boobity.
did we talk about the rules if Dracula mind linked him into walking out? Would that be
Bobbity boobity. My thing is
Dracula
charming.
cannot
It
mind
wouldn't
link.
work.
He hasn't been able to do it for quite some
Yeah,
time.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah.
I've
Since
been
the
a
Shadow
messy
fell.
boy.
And he's not sure.
His
Boppity boopity.
there you go.
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning.
What's up? What happened?
I may or may not have blacked out.
All right.
Yep.
Big
Not the
Hey,
first time
hey,
we've had that
hey.
happen.
What? Hey, get your own thing. All right.
To be fair, yours is from being drunk. Mine is from exhaustion.
There was a bit of both.
Mhm. Yeah. Do you have a candle burning?
What do you prefer to do? Like, what task would you prefer to do?
What are the options?
So, I mean, you could take
Escort
people out of the
civilians,
city, take on
Gith,
one of the
fight
champions, or fight Gith.
Escort mission, help bolster
What
the
do you-
army or the dueling.
What do you personally?
Out of character, I am too tired to care.
In character, what do you want to do? Do we need to know?
Because this is gonna like
This
dictate-
directly impacts what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're
Sorry,
little
sorry.
splitsies at the moment, so that's why I'm like, what does Dracula want?
Alright, who wants to help the citizens? So, uh, what were the other two options other than fighting? I'm cool with
There's
Bolster the
fucking.
number of the armies and fight the champion.
with the champion or
Champions of
help
the
people out of the
North.
city.
Yeah, so it's basically like what you guys just did at the other gate, like help out the army at the gate, help escort groups of individuals out of the gate. Wasn't really discussed much because Nanu made a pretty strong stand about
At
not
least that
leaving the city
he personally
at
did.
the start, right?
Yeah.
Or to take part of in the one-on-one duels and help get them out that way. And she also said that that they're pretty much willing to pay whatever you guys want in order for your help because yeah, obviously you guys aren't a part of the city and can choose to just leave and fuck off whenever you want.
Is Grace going to fight the guy no matter what?
I mean,
Grace
I
has already
mean-
offered.
Offer, but this again, this is what Dracula wants. So this
Right,
is genuinely what does Dracula want to do.
Grace said nothing. She raised her hand. That's it.
I'm leaning toward the evacuation, considering that was my plan.
Yeah. Now you don't know any specifics on that yet because she didn't really state
Yeah.
any.
truthfully, for me, if we have one of us challenge the champion, other than to just view the battle, there's not much reason for everyone else to be there. We'd just be idle bodies. If you win, great. We'll hear about it. If you lose,
I mean,
all
other than maybe
Uh,
being there to help the person get the fuck out.
That is, if
Get-
they
Well-
die, Nanu doesn't then immediately become
Right.
a target.
Right,
yeah,
right.
that's what
I
I'm saying.
mean, what we
Not a-
could do, and this is the little Ploto. Do you have that thing that can bring people back to life?
I have 3 prepared depending on if we can recover the body, we can't recover the body, or there is no body.
So that's always an option.
Grace, what do you want specifically to do?
I give him a look.
Is that the method you really want to do?
I honestly
You do
believe-
realize
I don't care what you say, Dracula. I honestly believe the easiest, fastest, and best way to end this war, the fastest, take out one of those commanders. One's already down. Dig said himself, if we take down 2, we can bolster the other 2 armies. Zanira asked
And may I finish my-
immediately if we could take down an army, a commander. So yes,
I'm not
That is-
opposed to you fighting the commander, but you do realize the risk that you're taking.
okay. We put it to you this way: I've died times. What's one more time? I'm already living.
You
through
not being able to
more
come
than-
back.
I do not.
Well, as long as she doesn't mind a new
care.
body and a new race, she'll be able to come back.
There's that as well.
Yeah, we may not be able to recover your body, which is fine. Just as long as you're flexible.
That is the situation that we're running into that I want you to understand.
And she's
I
willing to take the risk.
Already no.
Everybody give Ploto some hair.
Oh, I've looked into that. I have to recover it after you die.
Ploto has already collected blood samples in our sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried to experiment with that. You guys need to give me that after you die.
What?
Wait, what?
It has to be
There
a
you
part
go.
of the person when they die. I cannot collect the sample while they're alive.
No, yeah, you can. It doesn't say that anywhere on the spell.
I'm
You just need a
confused.
piece.
As at least 3 different people are actively looking up the spell right now.
I'm looking.
I'm
at
looking it up
it-
because I can cast the spell on the other character, so
to
I'm making sure.
reincarnate someone, I cannot preemptively collect samples of you. It has to be a part of you at the time of departure.
I don't believe so.
You touch a dead humanoid or a piece of a dead humanoid.
Yeah, that's literally what it says.
Does have to be from the dead one.
I mean, it's still from the dead person?
Yeah, you can collect it before, and once they die, it works.
Yeah, they just can't be alive when you
Right.
cast it.
Unless you saw somewhere, Alex, that was
It was from
like
a
sage
one of
advice.
sage advice place you go. Here, I'll bring it up.
What level spells do you guys have up to? 6?
7.
Oh, so we can cast the bigger boy. We can get the shit for it. I think that one is. Oh yeah. Do we have the component for resurrection?
Hey,
1,000
it's
gold
free.
diamond?
We do not.
No. Plus Ploto's got it stuffed somewhere.
It actually
Is it a
not from
singular
sage.
diamond or diamonds?
Single 1,000 gold
A
diamond.
diamond.
Yeah.
I'll
I
let,
think Revivify is the only one that could be multiple.
I'll let you decide because I found like 3 different people saying 3 different things. Because I already have blood from all 3 of them, and hair from a powerful mage.
3?
Yeah, you do have Fozzic's hair. You can.
Yeah. You can try to bring Vozic back again.
10
It's
days.
like,
It's a
dude,
10-day
Fozzik
limit.
is sipping pina coladas in heaven, and
Alright,
all of a sudden,
that's-
knock, knock, knock. Someone wants to revive you. The fuck?
I think it's a 10-day limit.
Mm,
I think that
Ring-
one is 10 days.
This was not a sage
reincarnate
advice.
is-
I see what you're saying with that one person
Yeah.
said, but this is not a sage advice.
So we're good?
So we're
You're
good. Okay.
Cool. That settles, the thing for Leo. Ah.
So yeah, you're fine. You've got body parts already. Just won't be the same race.
It could be, but I'm not very accurate.
Let's be
regardless.
honest, it ain't gonna be this.
Again, y'all are planning for failure, which I plan to succeed.
No, we're preparing for failure.
Planning
Prepare for the worst.
Y'all told me several times, I can't do this. I'm not able to do this. I'm going to die.
And how many times have that been true?
Died to the water things, which was not my fault. Died to the
Now to drops his head.
died to the earth elementals, apparently. And I did something else. But in all instances, usually we were jumped, ambushed, or anything. Never have I gone into a straight up fight and died.
Can't remember what your third death was.
I remember I've died 3 times, but I can't remember the third death.
Did you die in the Shadowfell?
No,
No, we kept her off of going crazy.
I can't remember
Bloated
what the
it.
third death is now.
Yeah,
Boy,
that was like what, 3 diamonds?
I
Look,
remember.
I know you two are more on taking people out of the city. That was your original plan. That's what you're best at. Toto said he's suited right now for spell preparation for large scale, but he's flexible.
I
I just-
prepared to support you if you fight the bosses, but I'm also prepared to
Well,
support civilians.
Those are one-on-one. So
It,
I think outside influence would be
Yeah.
off boss.
Like I said, whether you win or lose, you're gonna need support after the. There's only a small window to get out if you win, and there's a smaller window to get your body if you lose.
There should be a large window if she wins, actually. From the sounds of it, they do retreat afterward.
Oh, that's right. That was a tie, wasn't there? Okay.
Yep. That keeps being the issue that it was a tie, not a.
What if we split up?
Well, technically, we only need one
my
citizen
idea.
challenge then.
I don't. Yes.
Challenge.
Yes. Who would you want to fight? Because I don't believe you said it in character which one you want to
I don't
fight.
remember which one?
Either or. Now, the female one is probably the one that would be the easiest, but I definitely kind of want to challenge the big man in fisticuffs. But the female's probably easiest.
If we're set on this, I say we send one to fight one-on-one, and the rest of us fight the large group.
Just saying, genuinely, we could split the party.
That
Only need
I
one.
mean,
is
one-on-one.
probably the best
Gen-
option. 'Cause
Genuinely,
if
Yeah.
we go to the 1v1, we just sit there, and if they lose, we all die.
Grace could totally go to the 1v1. You guys could help escort. Nadu could stay in the city and support. And then Nadu would hear about it and could totally message Ploto going, revive.
That
As much as splitting the party is such a bad idea,
as much as that is a literal cardinal sin, that's
We-
a good idea.
we totally could do that. And that makes everyone happy. Ryan's like, fuck.
Other than fucking me.
No. Here's what you do. Literally, for Loki,
Ryan's like, right. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, literally, all you gotta do is, does it have to be in the game? You and Loki work out some roles, see who wins. Nadu finds out.
Yeah,
We'll
we kinda
we'll
wanna
cover
watch.
that next session. Then
Ryan's like, so which encounter would you like? All of them.
It's like,
Yeah, I'm more akin to the 1v played is the 1v1 because that one has a bit more weight to it.
I'm just saying, because you wouldn't be there. The only one there
Yeah,
is Grace.
but
Well, that's the thing. Like, is anybody going to see if DeGrace fucking dies or loses, or to help get her
Ploto
out of
would
there, or
probably go.
Nope.
That would
No.
be probably the one that would stay in the city. That's also like, are you all right coming back as a different race? If so, Pluto can instantly, wherever, revive you. Otherwise, I have to be in there and hope I don't get counterspelled trying to teleport out.
They did say they all remaining commanders can magic.
Look, if she's about
Was
to
there
go,
a horn last night around the time that what's his name?
None of us have heard a
the
horn.
one. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no.
well, you're not quite sure what time that Duresi beat the other commander. You just know it happened sometime yesterday. You don't know if any of those horns that you guys heard in the distance had anything to do with that, or if they were something else. You have no idea.
I know you're not the most adept at magic, but we do have some pretty fucking powerful spell scroll sitting here on the side.
Well, I've got one greater invisibility spell scroll.
I point at Nanu, he would be unable to cast this spell.
Which one?
Prismatic Wall, the 9th level
It's a
spell
9th
scroll.
level. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't.
He can't cast
honestly,
it.
I
can't
don't-
cast it. But
It's just, it'd be possible with the scroll, it'd just be hard.
It'd be a DC 19. She has to roll a fucking 16 or higher.
You know, I'm just saying, life or death. If you hit that gamble, you get some damage numbers.
That if
I
they
honestly
walk
don't
through the
think it's
wall.
worth it.
Here's the part where they have to go through it.
so
So do we split up?
I do have one. If y'all want me to better succeed, I have 1 attunement slot open. So if y'all want to give me an item or something like that to help me out to ease your mind, have that open.
Protection.
Have a cloak of protection.
Can you wield a rapier?
It's not a monk weapon. No.
Is it a simple weapon?
It's a martial.
No.
I'm telling you as another monk. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is my?
I can
what
wield
else
a
I
short
have?
sword.
You need either a feat to gain proficiency in it in order to make it a
Have those.
dedicated weapon, or you need to be multi-class in order to gain proficiency in martial weapons. Or
I can
specifically
do
that.
Hero's
a
Gauntlet
Yeah,
would not be good for you,
specifically a short
unfortunately.
sword or simple weapons.
Yeah, no.
Those are the only ones.
Like I said,
Unfortunately.
that's why I
Have
can't use
those.
longbows on Robin. I have to use short bows because I don't have proficiency in martial weapons. You need martial.
Yeah, all I have that you could use, because I don't think you can use my armor or my
Nope.
fighter only item.
yeah.
I have a ring of
We don't
protection.
really have monk items.
I
Or
could give
like-
you a cloak of protection.
We could give you a first
happened
level
to the
spell from any
mace?
of us.
What's up?
You have the mace.
Mice was probably gone.
I gave you the mace last in.
That's
the,
probably in the fire in the Shadowfell.
yeah, I gave it to you last in the prison in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, that's probably gone.
No, I don't
What-
think
what
I
mace?
had
Mace of
the Mace of
Disruption.
Disruption
Let me
because
look.
I did not have that.
You
Let
keep
me
better
look
track
I
of
forgot to
items.
write it down, but
Yeah,
I didn't because I was using.
We went over
Shadowfell.
it last time. I have a list of everything you guys
Yeah,
gave.
I was
I'm
thinking
aware
about
you have a
it.
list, but we need to keep better track because you're like, what about this item? What about that? What other items did we fucking pop up that we were like, where was this?
It was
The
the
dragon
witch-
amulet,
Which Liara has.
the
Sarah has,
the,
and
the gem of mastery.
Yeah, that
Gem of
thing.
Mastery. The fuck is that? Oh yeah. Yeah.
Tuned to anything.
Yeah, we can give it the sig.
Yeah, I've been using that. You could have tuned my hero's gauntlets and then not used them.
Because you don't have the class features.
Nope. Oh, I could give you the eagle whistle.
No, not there was not a mace of disruption sent
Okay,
to
then
the fort.
it's.
I
still
told
yours.
y'all.
Yeah, might have
I-
forgotten to mark
Look,
on your sheet,
they
but I
keep
know I
giving
gave
people
it to
items and they're not marking them down. We need
you. Yeah,
to.
because I was using midwinter.
I'm marking my stuff down.
Invitation to you, Lord's Banquet, Phoenix Feather Necklace, Amulet of Fury,
My-
Spell Storing Ring, Ring of the Ram, Mimax, Bone Keeper, Tensor's Cloth, Snapdragon Gloves, Whistle of Stopping, Cap of Water Breathing, Eyes of Minute Seeing, Bracers of Consistency, Lucky Bracelet, Cloak of the Manta Ray, Gibbering Stones, Insignia Claws, Cloak of Protection, Shift Weave, Wand of Detection, Magic Missile, Wand of Enlarged Alchemy Jug, Circlet of Blasting, Drift Globe, Helm of Comprehend Language, Cloak of Protection, Musket, Pearl of Power, Sending Stones, Clockwork Amulet, Wind Fan, Robe of Useful Items, Pearl
There's
of
a lot of
Power,
useful
Rip
items.
those
Uh,
horses.
Yeah.
Javelin of Lightning, Bracers of Lightning, All-Purpose Tools, and Ring of Spell Storing. It's a lot of shit, guys.
That's
Yeah.
half of its hers.
Yeah, I know.
And we still showed up several months
I
out
will
later.
hand you the eagle whistle.
This is a
This is
one-on-one.
not
I don't think
attunement.
flying is gonna.
But it could be an
If
out
you
if
need
things are
To
going
get
bad.
the fuck out,
It needs an
it'll
out.
make
Then
you
that.
fast as fuck. This is the panic button.
That could easily mean one-on-ones could be off the table at that point as well. That's. I'm just
That
letting you
could
know.
make it work.
It was an option that we tried.
It is better than her dying.
I was
for
going to
that
say,
reason.
would you rather bar one-on-ones or would you rather have
I
Rates
was
die.
just putting things out there. That's
Right.
all I'm saying.
And I mean, like, even if she does die, you guys have already discussed the reincarnate.
Yep.
What? Honestly, again, splitting the group might actually work out. Of you fight.
I think we're in agreement of splitting the group.
You can just fly
It's a
low
pull.
and just be really fast while using this. I mean,
Mhm.
you can just be
And-
more move speed.
We will
So that's yours.
take people to the city, and then out of character, we could just make temp characters for leaving the city if it turns into multiple sessions. That
And it has all three
the
charges.
escape
correct?
plan.
Yes, it is fully charged.
So out of character, it wouldn't be like out of play. You know what I mean?
Just a point
I'm-
of contention. Nanu, your true sight is gone at the moment.
Yeah, yeah. Steve's ability's gone.
Yeah, that one.
It only lasts an hour. I have
You
not
cast
recast
it again.
That's it.
Well, if I just randomly go hush blah 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 when Senior's already gone,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could, but I have
So
no
there's
I have no inclination at the moment.
magic items people she could use. I have a ring of protection.
A cloak of protection.
I have a
What are
wait,
you
wait.
currently attuned to?
I'm attuned
Your
to
belt?
my dragonhide belt and the arcane woven hand ropes.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to
That's
keep both
all I've
those.
got to my name.
Here you can have a candle the deep. I still have it.
Fucking-
No.
No, because if she dies,
I
you're
don't
gonna
even
lose it.
I don't even know what that does.
No,
candle
The
that
candle
doesn't go
that
out
stays
underwater.
lit.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
I've had it since
He-
like the beginning
You
of.
got it at level 1. It was a reward for like the.
No.
Well,
That
we
was
were
in the fight
underwater.
against the fiend.
The yeah.
Oh, the church.
Not in the church
No?
when we
Under the
were.
cave.
It was one of our side quests for Sanira. We went down,
The metal.
Oh.
and during the
okay.
loot table, like during
Right.
some of that, there was 2
I
of them because
also
Bostic has one of them,
Yeah.
and then Dracula got the other.
I have a first level
Yep.
spell gem. If anyone wants to give her a first level spell, one use
What?
has to be an action to cast it.
What first level spell?
Yeah, it can't be a reaction, unfortunately.
The best thing I can give it is bless. That's
I could give-
Monk Strider.
It's concentration, unfortunately,
it was
but I
bless.
can give you the one where all ranged attacks have disadvantage to hit you.
But
I
she
can
wants
give
to
you
fight either
this
this guy or the
And
girl with
while
the
in
Yeah.
melee, it gives you a +1 to AC for melee attacks.
Have you even decided which one you were gonna fight, Grace?
1 second.
She's gonna roll.
Oh,
I
God.
100% am.
No.
Like, I'm fine with either or, so, you know.
Yeah, but you said one's easier, and you want to help people not have a good fight.
She thinks one is easier.
I think
Jordan
the
would
opposite
be-
of her.
I also think the opposite, but
Ah, shit, I didn't even.
She didn't find it before she even.
I
just roll the die.
All right.
I didn't roll again.
Okay. Odds will be 50 guy, even will be gift girl. There you go.
Roll on. That's a big even, unfortunately.
I have a feeling she's gonna be way stronger than the dude.
Absolutely.
Probably.
Absolutely.
The funny thing is, I rolled as well, and I also rolled a natural 20.
Oh my.
What are you rolling for? Fuck out of here.
I was like, "Do you want me to roll?" And I just threw it.
It's faded.
One quick question, Grace.
Yeah.
Do you have the poison resistance yet?
I'm immune to poisons.
That was him.
Okay.
I was
Because
she's a higher level than Robin, and Robin's had it for a while. So just putting that out there.
I'm immune to
Mm.
disease, I'm resistant to cold, and I'm resistant to fire.
Yeah, I can give you deflecting shield. Is what that spell is.
I can give.
Hey, because didn't you say something about poisons or potions or shit like that with the girl?
Nope.
Reaper
No.
look nasty.
My-
you know, but-
Spells and
What?
has a wicked yet elegant looking rapier.
Yep.
And she's wearing like hardened cloth / leather armor.
Yep. All right. Decision has been made. Splitting the party. Huh?
What
Mhm.
attunement
Yep.
item you want? The cloak protection.
You're welcome, Rye.
Hey.
That's like
So how are we?
me.
How
are we
how
splitting the
exactly
party?
are you guys splitting? Who's going where? Doing what?
I would like to go with Grace.
Give me the ring.
And
Well, give me something that y'all wouldn't mind parting with. Because if I die,
Ring.
it's gone.
The cloak is more valuable to me.
yeah, we're
Yeah, that cloak is
That's
pretty
possible.
valuable. To
Monetarily, oh god, the ring is so much more. To me, that cloak.
So it's
Like a
ring
blood
of
in the inside.
protection.
Yep.
So I got the eel whistle and the ring
Ring
of
of protection.
protection.
As well as if anyone has a first level spell she might want, or I can just give her deflecting shield. Right now, it has cure wounds in it.
honestly, I think the
Do I
deflecting
need to
shield
attune
is
to
the
that
better
spell
one.
gem?
Nope.
Or is it just as
Oh, he does when
You
he
have
wants
to-
to spell in.
You have to attune to put a spell in, but to cast it, you don't need to be.
Okay. Um, either the shield spell, which would be good for one-off thing,
It has to
or
be an action.
the
Has to be an action spell.
oh shit.
It's not like the
yeah.
ring, the spell still ring.
Which is why I said deflecting shield. It's an action. It will give you against range attacks. And
Is it a
little bit
concentration
melee.
spell or is it just?
Unfortunately, it is.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can give you cure wounds, healing word, inflict wounds, long strider.
Inflict wounds
Inflict wounds
might
wouldn't be worth it because it takes your full action.
fair.
I also-
Yeah, never mind.
My inflict wounds would be better.
I inflict
Because
wounds.
mine has a higher to hit.
10, 3
Mine
It
has a-
uses the gym to hit
Oh, that's right. So it wouldn't even matter.
to the gym.
No, if you use bless though, it gets a D4
Bless
on all
is
your attack rolls
good.
and
I
saving throws.
think blessed
Bless is a
reflecting
pretty
shield,
decent
but
one.
it's concentration.
If I do the
But-
deflecting shield, my resting armor for melee would be 20 with the ring of protection. Be nice.
I'm gonna say, but bless you do get a D4 to saving
the
throws
D4.
as
You
well.
can always do cure
Yeah.
wounds as the last Hail Mary.
That's not gonna be no
It would
health.
only
That's
be
a waste of a
first
turn.
level. Yeah, it'd be 1d8 plus 5. That's not that much. And it's a full action. It's
I can't even be away a mercy monk. Come on,
Ow.
30 health.
yeah, no, right.
Only if you have the gauntlets.
15 health. Bonus action. That's still good.
That's still
Has
good.
to be.
Actually, I think it's like 20 health average for a bonus action without the gauntlets. It's something like that.
I mean, I have other first levels. I have burning hands, but still
No.
first level.
I would
spell
rather
damage.
something defensive
Yeah.
and or something that I don't have to concentrate on.
Long strider for running away. I keep a distance.
I mean,
from
you
them.
could just cast a long strider on them before
Yeah, we can just
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like prepping for a fight, there's nothing dishonorable about prepping for a fight, but interfering with the fight,
If I
that
had
seems a
time
bit.
to redo my spell list, I could do something, but I don't think I'm going to be able to.
Okay, well then we'll do the spell that you have, the one that uh gives
Deflecting
the
shield,
yeah,
range.
deflecting shield.
Okay. I'll have to attune to the gym next hour, and then I'll cast it into it.
I have a question. Regenerate. That's for an hour. And you still at the beginning of each turn. Let's say I put regenerate on her. Goes down. Let's get back up.
No, it
At the
has. You
start
have
of your
to.
turn.
There's
to be
ruling, I
conscious.
think, on that. You have to be conscious.
You have to be conscious.
Read
That's what I
the
was
full
asking.
spell.
Spell regenerate.
I'm pretty sure you have to be conscious.
Like the description didn't have
if
that.
only-
Oh no, that's for the severed limbs and thing. I think.
Dude,
And
if
then-
only we kept that other gym for this fight, I could give her Shadow Blade. It's a simple weapon.
I mean, we still have to go talk to Sig. We should talk. Let's go to talk to Sig
Yeah.
before officially.
Yeah.
Split.
That would also
Ugh.
give, access to like mirror image.
So I give it to him.
Mirror. Oh,
I have that.
mirror image would be a really good one too for a
I have
1v1.
that
Yeah,
prepared.
so do I.
Assuming that they don't just see through illusions.
Eh,
But mirror image is not concentration.
That's up to
could
fourth
also-
level, right?
That one was third. Amber, you can look it up. It could also give Intellect Fortress if it's third. Resistance to psychic damage. Concentration, but you also get advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
You are casting Death Ward on her, right?
Oh, that much I assume is happening. I like didn't even think about that and assumed it happened.
This is the day that Nanu
oh,
did
I'm
not prepare
vampiric.
Death Ward.
I always have prepared.
I have Vampiric Shrouding the party.
You guys are heading
have
to
one.
sixth place?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I mean, we got to do that either
Huh.
way. So yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Hmm?
Huh.
You can put Death Ward in it, so after a Death Ward pops, put another Death Ward on.
In fact, I prefer Death Ward. I have a scroll
Wow.
though,
Yeah,
So
I
we're
gave
good.
you the scroll.
but the one
Mm.
time I don't prepare. That's how I always prepare. How did I unprepare that?
I don't know.
Why is freedom of
scroll, though.
movement prepared?
Why is
Drunk
me.
me was not making great decisions.
All right, we've got
Freedom
the
of
scroll.
movement would be good.
Wouldn't be bad.
Concentration?
It's I can cast on you.
How long does
There
it
you
last?
go.
An hour.
Long strider,
hour.
freedom of movement, regenerate. Y'all cast all that bullshit on me.
Have I got anything that lasts that long? Oh shit! Intellect Fortress lasts. How long does this last? An hour.
Oh,
Elect
Hey,
Fortress,
I
pile
don't
all
have
the
it.
bullshit on me.
At that point, I think
Cast-
we'd all have to be there just to cast all this stupid shit on her.
no. She
No,
could definitely make it to the south
They'll
like
send me
way
off.
beforehand.
at the gates,
by.
and then
Honestly, what we could do is, if we want to be real badass, send Pim in, and she jumps off Pim and sky bombs down, and just I
And
challenge
then
you.
gets attacked by everyone before she gets to speak. And then
And she's
dies.
landing.
Yeah. Pim gets shot down. Everyone dies.
Yeah, perfect.
Campaign over.
not gonna lie, I totally do that. That sounds cool.
That's the problem.
That's the
Yeah.
issue.
It sounds cool. I wanna.
I'm just gonna say there's a reason I still have Featherfall prepared.
I'm not seeing anything that says no to her going down and it heals as long as she
It's
doesn't
that
die.
may have just been the ring of regen does.
Yeah.
I think I just kind of
I
assumed.
think as long as she doesn't die, because it does not give her health if she fails her 3 death saving throws.
Yeah, no.
But as
Yeah,
long as she
ring of
still
regen
has
has
one.
specific stipulations, so I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, so yeah, she would be picked up at the start of her turn, each turn from it, as long as she
I'm
doesn't
gonna
die.
start attuning to my blue lapis spell gem and all. Whenever that's done. Because we can give you both of the spell gems if Slag allows that. That's the thing.
Sick.
Flag,
Slig.
Slag.
That's the first time I
Slig.
fucked that up, but it's not the
flag.
It's
Slig.
Slig. Yeah, we'll just do that as Slig.
Like,
Makes it easier for everyone involved and funnier. Hey, what's up, Slit?
Slit.
Split.
I said
You
Slig
high?
on that one. No.
You
You
wishes.
want to be?
You want to be?
All right, so we're going to Slig's place, right? Or we?
I thought it was Slits.
Oh, what's up,
Bits.
Slick?
We're going to Smurf's house.
Smurfs. All right, so Nanu, just for the sake of confrontation, roll me a perception check.
Oh God.
Yay! A god
Where did
appears in
Honey-
front of us and says no.
What is my?
You have
I-
What's your
inspiration.
perception? Is it 27, 29?
passive 30.
Passive 30.
So that is what is fucking 17 plus 15? 32.
32. Yeah.
You told me to roll.
I did, and it's like at this point, it's just like
Like the lowest I'm rolling is a 16, and that's with advantage, and that'd just be shitty with 2 natural ones. Which is
But
still
that-
higher. Which is
No,
still
it's not
higher
just-
than I think almost
not
anyone
just
else is
advantage.
passive.
I think if you rolled below a 10, you would feel offended and use your inspiration.
My natural passive is 16. Thank you very much.
So my natural ones with advantage
Hey,
would just equal
my passive perception of 11.
the
Takes
Draco has a
offense.
14. Ploto, I don't think has perception.
I do.
He might.
Ploto has observant though.
He does. Yeah, but we're talking about passive. I think
My
beat
passive
Ploto
is
on passive.
25.
Observant gives a bonus to
Passive.
passive.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
Oh, he
passive
does.
is
He does
25.
have proficiency of perception. So
He
he's
has
got. He's got.
Yeah.
quite good perception.
So
I mean,
my
even if he didn't,
minimum
he is
with
a
advantage
druid.
is
It's still
not
the
too
second
far
highest
behind. Yeah.
compared to people's passives.
Now I'm not gonna get as high as you because I only get a plus 10 on my roll.
All right, now
but-
outroll me in athletics.
Hmm.
I
I got a plus 7.
I have a
I
plus
got a
1.
plus 10. All right, one
I
second.
have
I have, I have a negative.
1 second.
Actually, wait, no, I don't have a negative
13.
anymore. I have a pro.
And
I win with a natural 3.
I also rolled a natural 3. I get a 4.
Hey, I also rolled a 3.
What the fuck?
Holy shit! All of us rolled 3s.
Everyone rolled a natural 3. And not even all of us rolled in Foundry. So we can't even yell bugged.
Drac, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
nobody
Drac,
cares
you
what
look
your
No
negative
negative
4.
does.
way.
Off.
You're not part of it.
Drac, get the fuck out of
You
here.
look at negative 4. Get out of here.
Imagine the bitch having to use charms because they're not strong enough to do anything on their own. Get the fuck out of here.
Counterspell your fucking ass out of here.
Alright.
All right.
Hey, Dracula's the strongest. Yay.
All right, 1-on-1 me. 1v1 me, bro.
Oh, that die glitched in my screen. It was spinning forever.
Fun for me.
Dracula versus Nanu, 1v1.
Who the fuck is this?
Antonio, that's Slig.
That's Mog.
No.
Mag.
Merp.
Oh,
My skills are
Merp.
iron. Well, my steel sword would like to talk about that.
Bry.
I can't wait to bring down the raining blood of your enemies.
I'm gonna ask this. Sorry, I'm freaking exhausted. Is anything important gonna happen, or can I go to bed? I'm sorry. I'm just.
There's one last thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah, we are reaching
Okay.
Yeah,
3
he's
hours.
we're about to find the avatar.
Yeah, you're a.
Of
Ooh,
the four elements.
frozen in a block of ice. Cool.
Nanu
Yeah.
gets promoted to Avatar.
Ooh, that would be nifty.
That'd be useful. Too bad it's not happening.
Anyways,
What's your AC? 1t1.
ooh, shame, buddy.
The correct answer was you don't have an AC anymore.
My AC is the same as my
What's your
DC.
HP total?
Wiz aid?
All right. So-
Sure, buddy.
That's
a scarier question than what's your
Nanu.
HP.
As the party is making the way down to the Glamored Wit, you don't see, but you hear coming from underneath your guys' feet a ripping sound.
Ah, you fucking.
You have a split second to do something, and you're the only one.
I cast Moonpath.
Moonpath?
Underneath our feet.
Yeah.
So Rise like split the party, you fuckers. Fine.
Counterspell.
I'll
What are
make
you
my
doing?
own event.
I cast Moonpath.
Cool. How wide is Moonpath?
5 feet wide, 30 feet
Wow.
long.
Oh boy. All right, cool.
Did you catch him?
I was say, am I able to get everyone that? If not, I can.
Yeah, I assume everybody's walking pretty close together. So
Okay.
So just as a matter of go ahead and align yourselves in your
Yeah,
casual
Rhoda.
walking.
We're walking out of the
honestly-
shop. I'm assuming this side's the front.
Yeah, that's fine. And if you guys are walking two abreast, your moon path, like, I'm gonna require like a dex check for people to stay on it.
I was
since
gonna say,
it's
like
5
that's
feet
it.
wide.
Like you said, it depended on how
Yeah.
far apart people were. Because if it was at a point where we're being fucking stupid.
Yeah.
We're limited to a sidewalk, people.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm trailing
yeah.
behind, so
Yeah, we were just leaving the bar.
the Grace moving
No reason
over
for
to the
us to go.
fucking side over here is just like, where are you
Yeah,
going?
well, we were walking in the bar at this point. There's no reason for us to walk like in a fucking line.
I'm just saying, this is us
That's what
walking
I'm
in the
saying.
streets or
If
in
you
the
guys-
bar?
You guys are walking from the bar to Sixth Place.
If
Oh,
you're
walking
We're on
inside
the
the-
street at this point, so
Yes.
we're
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
at
Yeah,
most
we
a
would have lined
mile.
up.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, if you guys are
Yeah.
walking,
I just saw Grace go like to the third wide. I was like, we wouldn't be 3 wide.
No.
so,
You'll probably right behind Nanu, but
Matter of fact, I'll probably be.
okay. So, I'll say DC 12 deck check
Is this
from
check or save?
save is fine.
Thank you.
Just so you know, I can re-roll it just in
well,
case.
you wouldn't be the one rolling. It'd be me and Ali.
Everybody. It's
Oh,
5
everybody?
feet wide, so I assume he's
Even
putting
Nanu?
it to try to
Oh,
get everybody down the
somewhere.
center.
Even
So,
not. Oh.
I mean, if he's centering it on his side, then you guys can't fit,
Yeah, it's fair.
type of thing.
it literally would look like
DC 12.
this.
Hey,
Except
guys.
it'd be actually in the thing. It's weird because it's trying to match with the
Yeah,
grid.
yeah.
It's because it's at an angle too. It's
Yeah, we try to catch as few possible. Dex
it's a save though.
inspiration.
Okay.
All right.
You
18.
hit my die and made me hit a 4.
Do you have inspiration?
Yes.
I
Yes.
believe you do. I recommend using that personally.
She literally hit my die on my screen and it stopped it at 4.
I recommend choosing not to fail.
And
Don't say
I
that.
can't remember. Does your moon path have like an AC or an HP?
You said it. I would like to point out Ali just killed Ploto.
And say it is
Shit.
30 on the pact is it isn't an
doesn't say.
object and can't
Yeah.
be targeted by attacks.
Cool. Awesome. So,
Don't we get advantage on checks to stay on it
You
or
can
something?
walk on it as a solid ground. Creatures have advantage on saving throws against spells or other effects that would knock them prone or push them off of it.
yeah, this is just their
Yeah.
balance. Yeah. So it happens very abruptly. Nanu, you hear this tearing sensation coming from somewhere underneath your guys' feet on the ground on the road here, and instantly your brain is again, if I can do something. So you cast moon path, right? Moon path.
Mhm.
I was gonna say moon bridge, but that didn't sound right.
That's about what it is.
Yeah. So it happens very abruptly, and most of you are able to kind of get a little closer together and maintain your footing to stay on. You don't know why, but you assume Nani did it for a particular reason. Ploto, you were a little distracted, looking up at the clouds, trying to decide what you're gonna do spell wise with everybody.
Hungry, to be
You
honest.
How many natural
unfortunately,
threes have we rolled?
are unable to maintain your footing on the path. And you don't fall prone or anything, but one of your feetsies, your footsies, are on the road. And you don't know why everybody reacted the way they did. However,
You lose your foot.
not,
We probably lose a Ploto.
I rolled like 7 die under 10 today.
all right. So, Ploto. There they are. Yeah. All right, Ploto does a 26 hit you.
Yes.
Does a 19 hit you?
No. Wait,
Does.
AC 19.
Cool. And then 22 hits you.
None of this is
I also-
right?
And the last is a natural 20. No. So,
Fine.
what you all see, and it's rather hard to see because it happens, again, underneath, is 2 clawed hands, black at the base where like the palm would be, that come to 5 very long, sharp points, white like bone, reach out of the ground, not breaking through the ground, but seemingly out of nowhere, and rake along Ploto's leg that was not on the moon path. And Ploto, it take quite a bit of damage here, my friends.
Oh no.
Let's see.
It normally would have been split amongst the party, but
It
now
would have
all the
been.
attacks went on you.
All right, so we have 6, 8.
Oh, you do have Vampiric Shroud.
Yeah,
Because I
you
did
have
state
that. 11.
All right. So, 4 strikes hit you consecutively, Pluto. For the first strike, you take 26 points of slashing damage.
No,
Okay.
guys, there's a natural 20 coming in at the
And
end too, and we gotta get 3 more of these.
and 19 points of psychic damage.
Oh boys.
Oh.
Boys.
The
We
second
lost the
attack
Ploto.
deals 14
You gotta
points of
revive things,
slashing
right?
damage.
Uh-huh.
And 15 points of psychic damage.
Mhm.
6. The third attack deals 30 points of slashing damage.
Okay, this is issue.
The last one is a crit.
And 10 points of psychic damage.
What's your shroud, Maul? Is it
11.
11.
And the crit deals 14 points of slashing damage.
I'm
He's
down.
already.
I don't think it met. He's down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which attack do you go down on?
Minus 14
The
points of
third one.
damage.
Does the third one knock you down or the fourth?
The one he just said right now.
Okay.
Oh,
so
the fourth.
the fourth one. So instantly you guys see arms reach out of thin air, strike,
Vampiric Shroud saved him.
and Photo drops to the ground. And pulling themselves not out the ground, but out of almost thin air, you see. Let me see if it'll allow me to drag and drop my critters down here.
No, no, I do still have 8, right? Is that still?
Yeah, it lasts 8 hours.
Good.
It's a second level, so 10 HP.
10 HP.
Same with you, DeGrace. You also have it.
111 points of damage.
Yep. Gonna be spread, but
Yep.
I mean, at least you didn't fucking take 2
least you
auto
took-
fails.
Yeah.
You wouldn't if it would have been 1. The third
Crits.
one would have knocked him down. Oh yeah, then it would have.
It was a crit. It's
It was a melee. It would have, yeah. I was like, "What are you talking about? You only wanted to hit once." And,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's okay, guys.
not only melee, it was already a crit, so.
Raise a dog.
Dude. Calling
Yes,
a
right?
turtle a dog in Elden Ring is how you get free heals for the rest of the game.
Spoilers.
Right. Come on. Get good with Foundry.
I can't remember where things are.
You're struggling today.
Stop updating Foundry.
It's not even that. It's
No,
like
this is just disorganization.
no. It's like I don't know how to do images when it's not D&D Beyond Importer. But I found it.
Are we doing this combat tonight?
No.
I thought so.
I would pass the fuck out.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I was just.
Sorry about that. I've been doing 18-hour days for
Hey, it is
fucking.
what
Oh,
it is.
yeah,
Are you
we've
gonna be
been
able to do
doing
tomorrow?
3-hour games.
I should be fine to do tomorrow. Although I will say tomorrow's game probably isn't going to be the longest. It'll probably be a bit shorter.
I mean, like I said, that's the whole like getting. Foundry. I can't load my maps on Foundry.
Funny enough, we're
Foundry is
about
so good and so bad at the exact same time. What the
Oh,
fuck, Foundry?
Updating.
It's
Shit.
so awesome, but it breaks.
Oh, Waffle. I am 3 followers away from being approved for emotes.
You must have the poop.
Poop.
Let me see if
I
there's-
demand poop be
I'm
an
sure
emote.
between Loki and I, we could get you some quality emotes.
all right. So pulling up out of the ground
And some
are
not quality.
2 entities
For me.
with dark black, almost like oil bodies. You can see some color where the light shines. And they're not super large. They stand if they were standing fully tall and not hunched as they are, they'd probably be about as tall as Ali.
Mhm.
But they freaking mauled Ploto, and they're standing over his body now, looking at
That
all
guy's
of you
magic missile
guys.
on Ploto.
I stab him with Midwinter.
And it's up to you guys if you want to roll initiative now or at the start of next session.
I'm down for next session. I
We'll
always
do
forget.
next. Oh,
Hey,
I
Nick.
will forget.
Well, you won't forget because it'll save in Foundry.
Assuming Foundry doesn't break between now and then.
It doesn't. It wouldn't break the encounter. That's never happened.
If we can't use Foundries. Then
That's never happened
Yeah.
either. It's just certain.
That-
well, we've gotten
I'd
close.
rather not know how
There we go.
far
I had
down
to
the
update
list
my
I'm gonna
modules.
I'd
be.
rather.
I can use my maps again.
Yeah, I'd rather not know
I'd
how
update
far down
modules.
the list I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Did you put the guys out there,
This
right?
is important,
Do
actually.
you not see them? There you go.
Nope.
No.
No.
This is important, Rye. Has it been an hour since we left? Am I attuned to the item?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
kind of
yeah, that is
important
a
for me
big
It's a
too.
bit
deal.
important. Because if not, it still has cure wounds in it. Wait, are we rolling initiative? What?
I did.
Oh.
Comment was up. I did it.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
No.
I need to
I
know
mean-
if we're attuned to our stuff or not.
I don't know why it's not showing in Foundry, so I'll just drag and drop the image into.
Just show the image and like you don't have to do it. If you right click on the token, you can say like show it like show player's image.
I don't have the image in Foundry. It was just me attaching the image to a token,
Hmm.
but it's in Discord, so you guys can take with that as you
Where?
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 Discord.
Where?
Room.
There you go.
There we go.
That was a delay.
Oh, I thought until I saw the legs, I thought, is that just Nocturne?
That's what I was thinking. Cause like,
That will be fine.
yeah. I mean, they only did 107, and they got 4 free hits. We can take
One of
them.
them's a crit.
One of them was a crit, which.
Well,
doesn't
we
factor-
don't know how much that last crit did. I don't think
Yeah.
he gave us a number.
That's what I thought. I thought.
Uh,
It's very, Also, apparently, I guess there's a Bionicle called Nocturne because I looked up that and oh boy.
Yeah, there is.
Anyways, I'm sorry, guys, but
How dare you?
How dare you.
sleep calls me.
Gotta lay down the stinky cheese waffle.
Absolutely.
I reject your.
Go away, Malachi.
Go away. Get
You
out
can
of
just
here.
sleep
We were
for tomorrow.
talking
I-
about
Go
you.
sleep.
Get out.
I leave on my own
Good
terms.
night.
That's the menace he disconnects
I
from the
leave on
internet.
my own turn. Kicks.
I was.
It's not me, man. It's not
That
me.
was me. That one was me.
It's not me.
It's me.
I think
I think
people were
someone
just trying to kick him, and you're in the way. What? I got kicked. Did
There we go.
everybody get kicked?
That bit you disconnected on was. This is fucked.
It's very fucked.
I will take away your permissions.
Hey, I stopped a little bit ago. I did like.
I have
I haven't done it.
I literally cloned my VC and deleted the other one. Just to kick all you motherfuckers.
Oh, is that what
Gotcha,
happened?
dude.
Mal doing it from the outside, and then he was just gonna join, but like, I'm the only one here.
No, I clicked the clone button and it said it clones all the permissions and stuff. I was like, I got it.
All right.
Well, I actually am gonna go
Yeah, see you,
to
man.
bed. Good night,
Go
all.
get
That
some
was
sleep. Yeah,
hilarious.
18-hour days.
See ya.
Game at
Hey.
2 a.m. EST, right?
There
Wait,
we go.
did that break your stream when he deleted the thing?
Actually,
Yes.
maybe.
Yeah.
No, hold on. It might have because I rejoined.
Yeah, none of the things are popping up.
When I rejoined. No, it didn't because it's still named Rise. It's
Okay, it's
No.
literally the same thing.
Our things are there, but it's not showing the icons on the right anymore.
because I have to relaunch them because I rejoined.
All right, well, end the stream anyway. It should have been ended 27 minutes ago.
It's not sure at all.
I know.